Huh.
Well, hello, everybody. Look at Larry and Ryan driving a, what is that, is that a Festiva? What are you in there?
Yeah, we're in an Aspire with pink trim.
Very good. Well, hello, everybody. Dan Coccimilgio and Larry Krueger and Ryan Smith traveling back from Santa Clara today, right, guys?
That's right. We were down here in Santa Clara because the 49ers had practice. Then they had a little event that we went to for the 49er Foundation. And so now we are making our way back to kind of closer to the North Bay. Walnut Creek for me, Lafayette for Rye. And we thought, you know what, let's check in on Danny. The Giants are playing good ball. We got Giants to talk about, we got Niners to talk about, and we got a lot of road in front of us. So let's multitask this bad boy.
Yeah, I'm sporting some new glasses today. My glasses just broke my readers, and I can't see you guys if I don't put these things on. But I kind of feel like I'm like Spock or something. I don't know. It's kind of a new look here.
Also, in the future, I was trying to figure out a way that we could get some better audio going, but then we couldn't figure out how to where we both could hear it. And honestly, my brain's pretty fried from today, so I just couldn't do it. I couldn't problem solve it. We've got all sorts of booms and equipment, but we just couldn't do it.
Yeah.
So anyway,
you got your 49er press pass there. I see over the neck.
I've got two of them. I've got two different press passes. I've got earbuds around my neck. I've got croakies for my sunglasses.
Why two? In case you get tossed and then you come back as somebody else?
No, there was a special event tonight.
Okay.
Today, so we have our season-long credentials, as you know, but then we also had individual credentials for this very exclusive event that we went to.
It was very exclusive. We'll be posting all sorts of. Yeah, we got a very exclusive Jimmy Garoppolo where he announced that he's going to the Browns.
Yeah, right.
No, it was.
Was there someone there to jump out of a cake or something? Was it that kind of exclusive or what?
There was $700,000 raised.
Yeah, there was a lot of people throwing some money around. I'm surprised you weren't invited to this, Dan.
Yeah.
Wow. Was MF there?
That's what I was saying.
Yeah. He better not have been. That's going to take away from what he donates to us.
Also, it was cool.
Man.
They had a player got to sit at everyone's table. There was one player that sat at everyone's table, and then we had just kind of this sweet old woman. I think was our person. We had just an old woman.
She was a fan.
She was a fan.
Oh, cool.
We did drink some wine though. We did drink some red wine. And I think we're all right, but we did have a little red wine.
Wow. Well, Brian Lucina says Jimmy G is going to UPS.
Going where? UPS?
University of Packing Sausage.
Oh, yeah, packing sausage. So did you guys get any interviews today, or?
Well, we did talk briefly with Eric Armstead and Fred Warner, but I think the emphasis should be on briefly. It was kind of I thought we were going to have a little bit longer time to talk to them than we did. We also heard after practice from Marcelina McCrary-Ball, who's just awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, incredible today, Danny. You should have seen Marcelina McCrary-Ball.
He literally hosted a 20-minute podcast. Was the only way I could describe it from the podium. There was no real questions. He just kind of kept going, and it just got everyone fired up.
Oh, that's awesome. So he's got some swag, huh?
He's like, guys, I'm gonna rant. And I'm like, we're like, hey, go for it.
Yeah.
But he did guarantee that he was gonna make the team, which is really pretty strong because it's a linebacking core that's stacked.
Oh,
but,
yeah.
Man, he looked good. He looked good in the in the game Friday night. He had the interception. He had the big return. But, I mean, this kid, how could you not root for this kid? We'll put out some of that audio later on, and it's incredible. The guy's totally engaging and interesting, and tore his ACL at Indiana, played safety, now transitioned to linebacker, and he's just all about it. He's all about getting that roster spot. So
good luck. That's awesome.
He was good. He was good today.
Well, I'm wondering because I'm just curious with the roster depth. You've got the big three. You got Warner and Greenlaw and Al-Sayer, and then you've got Burks. You got Flanagan, Foles, and then
they got. Here the way it looks right now. So you have your top three: Greenlaw, Warner, and Al-Shire. Right. Then they also brought in Warren Burks as a special teamer. I gotta think he makes the team based on the free agent money they threw at him. So then there's Curtis Robinson, who's a really good special teamer as well, who played at Stanford. He did not practice today. Robinson didn't because he had the groin strain. But then you have Demetrius Flanagan Foles, who's an established NFL linebacker this year, after last year. And now you have Marcelino, McCrary Ball, and you still have Saguna Luby. Now, McCrary Ball, I think, is probably going to battle Flanagan Fowles for maybe one spot.
Right.
All I would say is don't discount a trade at this spot. Because, last year the 49ers traded a linebacker right at the cut down to Denver. And that linebacker played well for Denver. And I think the 49ers got a 6th or a 7th round pick from the Broncos for that. I would not be surprised if they really like what they see out of Marcelino McCrary Ball and they opt to trade a Demetrius Flanagan Foles. It could be another linebacker, but to me, the other guys are all really, really highly regarded. So, it'll be interesting to see. Do they go with Flanagan Foles? Do they go with Robinson from Stanford, the good special teamer? Do they go with McCrary Ball, who looks like he's got a big future? So, based on what I've seen, I'd go with McCrary Ball, but we'll see.
Also, for somebody said something about me. I'm not trying to be cool with my media thing still on. I just literally have so many wires and boot mics and seat belts, and I don't mean to do it. I don't mean to keep it on.
Look at Rye trying to big league us with his credentials.
Yeah, man. Hey, Mark Graves says, Ryan, do the most. He's asking me to tell you to do the most annoying sound.
See, now I don't know. That seems like we had an inside joke that it's something I did.
Maybe he wants you to make a seal. Make a seal sound like oh, come on,
I wonder if we could get somebody on the show from
another car.
Yeah, why don't you just go up and interview them? Go interview them. Tell them they're live on the Krueg Show right now.
You're live on the Krueg Show right now.
Oh, thank you.
Awesome. Yeah.
Ask her if she's a 49er fan.
49ers?
Yes.
Yeah.
Niners.
Hey, ask them if they heard about Tyro Estrada's walk-off home run today.
Oh.
Ask the guy next to us if he's heard of Dan Coccimilgio. Dan Coccimilgio. Yes, he's on right now live on YouTube. He's got his other glasses on. He just got new glasses. Check it out.
The slight
so
man, I like them. They're a little more they're a little Woody Allen.
Yeah, they're I don't know.
They're good. They're good.
I like the wireless ones so you can't see them as much, but
the frameless.
Yeah, these things stand out I look like if I shave the rest of my head, I could be Scott Van Pelt. Hey, Scott Van Pelt. There we go. SVP. So yeah, the Giants today. Interestingly, they got up 5-0. Lamont Wade hit a 3-run jack, and
Lamont Wade like quietly
starting to pick it up.
Well,
starting to pick it up. He hit a really good shot to deep part center field, and then the Pirates got 3, made it 5-3, and then Giants Wood pitches pretty good. He gets through 6. They bring in Brebbia, and Brebbia's had a good season.
Yeah,
and
maybe their most reliable guy.
He walks a guy. Next guy gets a base hit, and then it's a 3-run jack by Brian Reynolds. And I was driving home from northern part of Arizona today, and so my wife was holding the phone, and I could hear the sound. Just she had the video going on the phone, and I would just glance over when it was safe and look. But I was listening on the phone. The crack of the bat on Reynolds' shot, man. He
Where'd he
nailed
hit it? Where'd he hit it?
I believe it was center field. It was really
off Brebbia or
off Brebbia. Yeah, put him up 6-5, and then they're up 6-5, and the Giants are batting in the 7th, I believe, bottom of the 7th, or might have been the 8th. I can't remember. I'll have to look up the box score. But they got two out, two on, and Crawford hits just a routine pop-up to shallow part of center field, just on the grass a little bit. And the shortstop, Krueg, and the second baseman, they both kind of go for it, and it dropped. And they scored and tied it up at 7, or at 6, 6-6. So then, yeah, that was the bottom of the 7th. And then the Pirates in the 9th, Duvall comes in, and guy leads off with a hit, and then I think there was
Brian Lucina said it was crushed 440 feet.
Which one, Reynolds?
It must be the Reynolds one, I'm guessing.
I think it was Reynolds. Reynolds crushed it. Yeah, it was. I
got to read off some of these comments so Larry can't read them. Clarence Beek said, "Just need Cy in the back seat and those windows rolled up."
Yeah, exactly. We're hotboxing the Buick Encore.
So anyway, Reynolds singles to right to lead off the top of the 9th. Chavez grounded out to shortstop. Reynolds went to second because he was running on the pitch. So Crawford had no play at second. Then Gamble walked, and then Castro hits a short little roller to third that looked like he was maybe going to beat it out, but Longoria threw it away, and Reynolds scored on the play, put him ahead 7-6, and then Gamble, the ball went down the right field line. Gamble tried to score, and they nailed him at the plate. Another great catch and tag by Bart. He was out by quite a bit, but then they tried to.
Bart played today?
Yeah, Bart played today and got. I think he went 2 for 4 or 2 for 5. Let me look at the box score.
Oh my God! Wait, are the Giants about to make a run?
Damn it! Where's Wins when you need them?
Where's Wins?
2 for 4, Bart's. Yeah, he's up to 221, guys.
That's incredible.
So then in the bottom.
Danny, give us the play-by-play of the home run. Can we play the video and Danny can maybe go play-by-play for us?
I saw on Twitter that somebody said Kipe had an amazing call.
Oh, it was a good call. Can we play that or?
I don't think we can play Kipe's call, but you could reenact it.
Let me listen to it again, and I'm going to put it on mute. You guys talk while I listen to it.
Honestly, if you played it from your phone, I mean, it would probably be fine.
Should I play it from my phone?
Now is previewing the Kite
Yeah.
ball.
I was just pulling up. You want me to play it or do you want me to reenact it?
Because I don't play it, but also reenact part of it.
All right, let me see if I can get here. Here it is.
Oh, here we go.
You get it?
Was that a Kite robot?
I heard this game is over.
Oh, that's all you heard?
High drive!
Yeah, here it is. Hold on. High drive! Left field! And out of here! This game is over!
Oh, that's so good.
I can't tell which one was Kite and which one was
Yeah, I couldn't either. I really couldn't. I mean, it was so close. Gosh.
Oh, you know what? People are saying, can we talk about how amazing Logan Webb was yesterday?
Oh, Webb yesterday. Yeah, unbelievable yesterday. 8 innings, shutout ball, and then he made the play at first base unassisted. That was an incredible play.
By the way, Danny, not to interrupt you, but normally we don't beg for donations, but man, the gas money to get down here is tremendous. So if anybody wants to donate to pay for our gas,
we need.
Feel free to donate.
We need about $50 to $100 today. Help. In fact, why don't you just pretend you're puttering into a gas station, and and then get out and say, "Oh, I don't have any money. Is there anybody here have
with donations?"
Pay with donations, exactly. So that would be hilarious. Just pull up to the gas station and start begging people for a buck or two.
The donations today at the event were just they started it off with who's got 40,000, who's got 30, and this was before they even started
40,000.
Yeah, this is before they even started auctioning stuff off. This was just if you want to just get a quick flex in before the real stuff starts.
Oh my goodness!
They raised $700,000.
Oh my goodness! I needed to be at that event and kind of rub shoulders with some of those people, man.
The funny thing is, people were just letting 20, 25 go. And then the one thing that was oh my God, that actually is kind of a reasonable price and is awesome. It was George Kittle was up there with a Lucha Libre mask. And he was trying to rile everyone up. It was 2 tickets to the Mexico City game, plus a trip, a vacation in Cabo, the following week on a private jet or something. It sounded awesome. It sounded like something that actually would cost $8,000. And that one kind of stuck around for a while, but then I think someone ended up just pulling their balls out, and I think it was $30,000.
Imagine they raised 700,000. And Jimmy G makes more than that in 3 hours on one game.
Oh my God! Wait, by the way, we haven't talked about the news. Pro Football Talk is reporting that
the Browns
essentially they'd be shocked if it's not a year.
Right. They said the Browns are expecting a year.
Well, here's my question. If the Browns are expecting a year, the Browns better be going with Jacoby Brissett. Well, the Browns are idiots. Because otherwise, why would you wait until you're absolutely behind the 8 ball to make a trade for a veteran quarterback? If you're not going to trade for a veteran quarterback and you're going with Jacoby Brissett, it doesn't matter. But if they go and now, I got to think that the price tag, not just for Garoppolo, but really any veteran quarterback, now that the Browns, they have a Super Bowl ready roster and their starting quarterback's done for the year, it seems like the price would go up for any veteran quarterback just based on that.
Graves just donated 1 gallon.
Oh, thanks, Graves. Thank you, Graves.
$5. Way to go, Graves. Doesn't want you guys to get stuck there. And where are you going? Where you going up 680 or?
Yeah, I can switch to a.
We're going up 680.
Yeah, I recognize some of the background there.
Oh no! I pulled up a tab for my haircut appointment.
Uh-oh.
Oh no! Here we go.
Well, you got to flip the camera around?
I was gonna flip the camera. It's gonna be riveting.
Wait till you see how much we're tailgating the guy in front of us.
Oh,
We're just on this guy.
We're
in pursuit. We're in pursuit.
Look at that. Larry driving in the right lane.
Well, we are doing a live stream.
Yeah, you better. Yeah, you don't want to be in the fast lane.
I'll rip it to the fast lane, damn it.
This is.
I want to see CHP with lights behind you. All of a sudden,
Larry Krueger, who died doing what he loved.
If somebody donates $100, I'll drive on the shoulder.
$100 to watch Larry drive on the shoulder.
Oh, there's Dad from Jim Malay. No, Mark got the first few miles.
No, he got $10 from Jim Malay. Mark got the first few miles. Here's a few more.
Donate for gas money. Do it for gas money.
Hey, what's that? What's that one coming up on? Was it? How do you say it? Sentinel or?
Wow, this is kind of beautiful.
Yeah, this is a beautiful part of Pleasanton right now.
Oh, you're already in Pleasanton?
Yeah, we're Pleasanton by Sonol.
Sonol, that's.
Oh, it's freaking beautiful, dude. I mean,
wow, look at that. That is a beautiful day.
Oh, everything west of the freeway in Pleasanton is just absolutely nails. Looks great. Cool.
I think you guys should pull up to some place and kind of like just start surprise somebody and just see if just tell them they're live on YouTube right now.
You just go through the drive-through.
Yeah, go through the drive-through and I'll tell you guys what to order.
No, or you order. I hold the phone up to the speaker, and then like you order something, and then when we get to the counter, they'll be like, "All right, that's $13.90," and they're like, "We didn't order anything."
I'll do a Kermit the Frog order. I'll do a Kermit the Frog order.
I think he was doing it through donations.
$100. Yeah.
I'd like 2 double doubles. No, you can't go to In-N-Out because they're too smart. You got to go to like just go to. I don't want to disparage anybody.
Little accident, maybe a little fire or something going on over there.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, stay off of 680 South by Pleasanton. It's packed.
Yeah, we're now at.
Oh, there we go! I love it. $100. Jim Malay says if Ryan moons a passing car.
Tell Malay this isn't the Lambda Chi house.
I could be convinced.
Oh my goodness!
Chi house.
So anyway, back to Logan Webb. He pitched great yesterday, and one of the things that I made a comment on, the Giants posted what a great play it was, and I said, yeah, great play by Webb, but how this just shows you don't just throw anybody out there at first base. You could have gotten Webb's shoulder destroyed because of the indecisiveness of Tommy LaStella. He's like, do I go for the ball? Do I go for the base? What do I do? And he just basically, he should have just went and either stayed on the bag and let Webb get the ball, or and lob it to him, or charge the ball and then toss it to Webb. But that just shows you that you just can't throw anybody out there at first base, thinking that first base, that's an easy position, just playing catch. No, I mean LaStella.
By the way, Dan, thanks for supporting me against Willard. who I'm on tomorrow with at 9 a.m. on 95.7 The Game. Check it out.
Oh, I got to hear that tomorrow morning.
Willard is, he's taking victory laps because the Giants did not acquire Joey Gallo.
Right. And Gallo, before today, I don't know if he played today or not. I'll have to look that up, but he was hitting 263, 5 for 19, a double, 2 homers, had an OPS of 932.
All right. We already gave the traffic update. Eddie Flores is wondering, Larry, is it getting warmer as you head more inland?
Yeah, is
Eddie,
it warmer?
That's a phenomenal question, Eddie. It's cooler on the coast. It's a little bit warmer inland. So expect some cooler temperatures out by the beach. But if you go inland, it's going to be a tad warmer. And you may want to have a soft drink or two to cool you down if you're inland. Because as you know, it's a little warmer inland, a little cooler on the coast. Yeah, thank you for that. Thank you, Eddie.
Oh, there's some good comments in here. Mark Graves says $50 a cheek. Sporthouse says, hell yeah, Luna Bryan. Somebody said, Sporthouse said, Larry, tell the cops you're taking him to the mental institution. You should get out of the ticket.
This is Michael Myers. You don't realize how many people he's hacked up.
Let's see. I think the Giants, Padres won today. I think the Brewers lost. So that, the Brewers have 4 games starting tomorrow with the Dodgers. So hopefully the Dodgers actually be pulling for the Dodgers to sweep Milwaukee, which would help the Giants.
Put the Giants out of the wild card right now.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking on right now. I'll tell you here in just one sec.
Wait, did Jock injure his finger?
He got hit. Yeah, hit his pinky, I think. So I believe the Giants are 6.5 out of the wild card. Let me double check. Yeah. 6. They're 6 out because Philadelphia lost. So San Diego moved a half game ahead. So really what they need is 2 of those 3 teams, Milwaukee, Philadelphia, or San Diego. They've got to catch 2 of those. And Milwaukee's, they're only 4.5 back in Milwaukee, and the Giants have 4 with Arizona, and Milwaukee has 4 with LA. So might be a chance. This is the they got to make their move now if they're going to do it at all. This next 2 weeks, because they've got 4 coming up with Arizona, and then after the 4 against Arizona, they go to Colorado for 3, Detroit for 2, and Minnesota for 3. And then they come home, and they've got 2 teams ahead of them, San Diego for 3 and Philadelphia for 3. So between now and September 4th, they've got to make a strike, because then they got LA for 3, and then they got 2 in Milwaukee, a doubleheader. So it's not going to be easy. And
I predict that they're such a C tease that I bet that they do make a little run, but it's just they come up like 2 games short.
Well, at least it would be entertaining if they make a run.
Yeah. My season win total, I think it was 84.5 or 85.5.
Right.
So they need to be like, 5?
You bet it over?
I bet over.
Oh my gosh. I actually suggested everybody bet it over.
Yeah.
But man,
it was looking real good.
I thought they were a 90-win team when I first saw them. But I really kind of thought they would add a hitter. Instead, they didn't.
Or a pitcher. or anybody. Willard going to jizz about this sweep. Willard's going to jizz about this sweep. Somebody told me $30 go a donation to go ask a woman on a date, a random woman. I mean, it appears as though I'm dressed nice, but I have massive pit stains and I'm not smelling great, so I don't know how that works out.
Hey, look at this, guys.
What do you got? What does it say?
Is that a piece of cheesecake?
A Costco birthday cake.
Oh,
Danny,
Yeah.
have you ever gone through a live stream without eating?
A few, but it's dinner time. I just got home.
We normally are on at 10 to 1 in the morning.
That's snack time.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Oh, man.
I'm just glad. Jim Millay says, I'm just glad I got to watch a full weekend of baseball and Rogers was nowhere to be seen.
Yeah, where was Rogers? Has he been?
Yeah, they didn't put him in.
God, thank God. We're finally getting a clue on Rogers.
Oh, Brian
Yeah.
Messina says, on the bright side, if Jock is out, Mercedes is available for left field.
Yeah, great.
Oh, geez. Bring up Ramos if you're going to do that.
What's Ramos hitting down there? I mean, it might be time for Ramos no matter what.
It would just be nice to see him.
Shit or get off the pot with Ramos.
You know, kind of like Kevin Costner when he played Sonny Weaver in the draft day. You know, Vontae Mack no matter what.
Yeah.
How about Elliot Ramos no matter what?
Elliot Ramos or no matter what. I like it. Let me see what he's hitting here. Sacramento River Cat.
Yeah, Sport House. I'm sorry. I would need a computer to really be pulling up the stats.
Let me take a look here. River Cats. Stats.
Jim Millay says, cake for dinner. Dan ain't no Kapler.
Yeah, I had a nice hamburger that was...
Where'd you get it? In and Out?
No, just made it homemade, organic, grass-fed beef. Yeah.
Oh, MF is wondering if you ever went in Gary's Bentley.
I've seen it. I think I maybe rode a couple blocks in it, but I've never put my feet up on the dash or anything. It had a beautiful interior. It was a beige interior.
Sport House. Dan, you want to read that one?
Dab, get in your car and make the podcast balance out a bit. We need two guys streaming from their cars. Dan. Okay, he says Dab, but he meant Dan.
What if that was the thing that we did every night? We all got in our cars and drove around. And it's like we could do a podcast. Who crashes first, and people can wager on it.
Ramos is hitting 216.
216. So he's
216, robust.
Yeah.
That's not good.
216 in AAA?
Yeah.
It's a hitter's league.
I know.
God.
That's not good.
Wrong? Why do the Giants prospects just fall into the abyss?
Oh, hey, Dan, you might have to do this one, all right? Nick J says, it's Sunday. It's Sunday dinner. Bring the sausage.
We need some sausage?
Yeah, where's little Pasquale?
Okay, we need some sausage. All right. Let's see if we got
fire the Pasquale.
We got some sausage coming up. Okay.
We grew up with a Sunday dinner. That means no matter how busy you were, no matter where the hell you were, you came to dinner on a Sunday night. Yeah, Sunday dinner without sausage, it's like a church without God.
Sunday dinner. And it is Sunday dinner. That's right.
Need the wage.
So, let me see what else we got in the comments here.
Bang bang Jimmy G gang. Is the most boring episode of Seinfeld coffee and cars? Comedians in cars getting coffee.
I think you guys do need to go through a drive-through.
That's for you,
And,
Jay.
And we'll see if and we can get people's orders, and you just pay it forward, do one of those pay it forwards.
Oh, what'd be funny is if we if we all signed up for Uber and then to like pay ourselves for the podcast, we just did the podcast, but while doing Uber, like we sent passengers in the back.
The three of us in the back seat.
Hey, what was that show on HBO called? Wasn't it Taxi Cab something? Taxi Cab Confessions?
Oh, the one where you win money?
That?
The one where you like win money?
No, the guy's always picking up like, strippers in the middle of the night and stuff.
Are you sure that's...
It's called Taxi Cab Confessions. It was on HBO.
I think that was on Bang Bros.
Hey, Hutch! We need Hutch in the game room. Hutch. Hutch says, oh, wait a minute. Let me put that back up. Hutch says when Ramos came up, they did him dirty. They sat him after he hit 2 for 3, and then they sent him down. Ever since then, he has declined. They should have kept playing him and let him ride like they did with Bart.
Yeah, I agree.
It might have messed with his psyche a little bit. Maybe he kind of thought, dang, I don't know. Who knows?
Cash cab. You know what'd be funny is like if we like, as like a fundraiser, really probably just for ourselves, if we like said like, all right, we're driving to Vegas and we just hop on the live stream and we just hope that we can raise enough in donations to pay for like a night in Vegas or something.
By the time we get there, we'll have enough.
Like a 3.5 hour drive.
Hey, MF said he had some spicy Italian sausage last night. Okay.
Wow, he probably kept it down too. MF
kept it down this weekend with the Giants' 3-game sweep.
MF started to pack on some pounds.
You got to beat the Pirates, though. You got to, and Arizona, they can't split. They've got to win 3 of 4.
But they haven't picked up any ground, right? They're 6 back in the wild card.
Well, they picked up a game and a half, and actually, if you look at the schedule, 1 game a week is realistic if you play good baseball. They've got, starting tomorrow, they've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.5 weeks left. So the goal needs to be like just keep winning series and try and gain a game a week. But it's gonna be tough because they're gonna have to beat the teams that are in front of them. Milwaukee. They've got 2 with Milwaukee, 3 with Philadelphia, and then they've got 6 with San Diego left. So, I mean, I don't know. I mean, they are playing better since Crawford, Longoria, and who else was hurt? Peterson, yeah. So those guys getting back in the lineup does help, and the pitching's held up. I actually read an article yesterday on Cobb that said
don't try to pretend you can read.
Yeah. They said Cobb was one of the best 6 or 7 pitchers in the league based on some.
Yeah, I got glasses.
I got new glasses. I look a lot smarter though, don't I?
Yes, I was thumbing through the Wall Street Journal this morning.
SVP here. I had a bad beat. Today. Let me see if it's still a bad beat. Let me look at what's going on with the Red Sox.
Was
Yankees.
Was it a multiple teamer?
Yeah. Let me see. Yep. Red Sox beat the Yankees. I had a bad beat. Dang it. I had a 3-team parlay. I took the Angels. I took the Red Sox. And I took the Pirates.
Oh, you bet against the Giants.
I just figured Pirates were due to win 1 of 3.
Oh,
and the odds, when I took the Giants, it didn't make me anything because so I went with the 3 underdogs thinking
Danny, you got greedy.
I went with 3 underdogs and I thought I was actually glad the Giants won though. So it would have been worse had it been another team that I didn't care about knocked me out.
You can't go 3-dog night. You knew that.
The money's on the 3-dog nights or the 4 though. You get some really good play there.
MF or people are bringing up the the Niner game in Vegas. We're really hoping. I think that we're going to be able to travel with the team a couple times this year. We don't want to jump the shark, but
is that New Year's Eve?
If we were able to do that in Vegas, and like when they were talking about maybe doing like meeting up with like Niner fans in the area, whoever like the fan club president is in the area or something is going to organize something. So, I mean, I think we should just do a Krueg show takeover, like have all the Krueg show people.
Yeah. Hey, and speaking of that, we've got a special guest in the green room.
Really?
Oh, he just left.
Who was it? Ned?
I can't tell. I can't tell you. Come on back into the green room. Well, I was just about ready to pop him on there, and oh man, it was.
I think it's MF.
I just want you guys to know that we're now in Lafayette, so these are the mean streets. We may make it out, we may not.
There it is. Call back in. We'll get you into the green room.
Oh, no.
So, yeah, we had a special guest, and
were they whispering?
Let's see what else we got.
Lock your doors.
Lock your doors. Yeah. Let's see what we got in the chat here. These guys are about ready to run out of gas. We need some more donations.
Yeah.
We need a big $50 one. Bring them home.
We're on the side of the road in Bakersfield.
They're out in Bakersfield cooking at 108 degrees.
Oh. God, I really wish my dad had his AC fixed.
It's nice up here in Lafayette.
It is nice.
I mean, it's beautiful. It's going to be a perfect night.
Ringo's going to have such a nice poopy.
Oh, look at the breeze. The breeze feels so good.
Come on into the green room. There's the link.
Guys, unfortunately, we're about to get to my house. So I don't know what this was impromptu. We may have to cut this one short.
Yeah.
But you can continue with Danny. You can add me in. I can throw my phone on.
Yeah.
So
I'll stay.
So I think you should just drive up, Larry, to just some odd house and drop Ryan off.
Or haunted house.
Okay, are we gonna see where?
Yeah, where you're gonna see. Although my connection.
Here he is.
The connection's about to be pretty bad.
He's about ready to come into the green room, and he's in.
Yeah, what's up, guys?
There he is. The connection's
there he is.
Pretty bad.
He's about to Murfreesboro.
And he's in.
What's up, guys?
Oh, Jay Hutch, do you mind putting in headphones? There he is.
I'm hearing an echo.
Got an echo.
That's fine. That's me. I got it. It's gone.
Got any headsets, or you got earphones?
1 second.
All right. Jay Hutch will be
this quickly.
Jay Hutch will be joining us very shortly.
Here, Larry, do you mind holding this for?
You parked in a red zone. Whisper. He's parked in a red zone. Hey, look at those glasses. Those are nice glasses, man. Those are.
Wow. You like those?
Yeah. What are those?
Some wraparounds. I like the rose-colored lenses.
Yeah.
There we go.
Okay.
There we go. I trimmed the goat today. It's not really a goat. It's just chin fuzz.
Oh yeah.
I got to trim down today. You know, I had too many grays coming in there.
Oh yeah.
But I knew you were going to wear those Clark Kent glasses.
There we go. Yeah. I've got some blue ones too. There's like, a three.
You're like a weird science or something.
Those other two. Yeah, I've got two. There's three in the pack. You know, Costco. They were on sale too. They were only $13.99 for.
Anonymous. Jesus, Larry, clean your car. What do you mean, man?
That's mine.
Look at this.
The car's relatively clean. Do you guys want to see what this incredible vehicle looks like?
Here's some blue ones.
This is an amazing vehicle.
Let's see.
Look at that.
Look at that. That is a let me look at it again. Let me see if I can guess what kind of car it is. Is that a Volkswagen?
Volkswagen. F off.
Well, I couldn't see the logo. Buick.
Nebraska.
So I even got my Keep Tahoe blue.
Nice.
You know?
Would it be funny if Larry's got like 20 political stickers?
That's not Larry.
One of those that
He's
like,
just-
if you wear this car may be unarmed. Case of rapture.
Larry's like, he's all into, one party. He's got 20 stickers. He's got, hey, vote this way. If you ain't this, you're that. We got the
selfie stick, the whole deal.
Look at Ryan there.
Actually kind of worked out pretty well.
Look at Ryan coming in at 6'5", 6'5", 6'5", weighing
like,
212 against
probably like I just broke. I went under 230 once from COVID, which is awesome for me.
Wow. And Larry looks like how much are you taller than Larry? Let's see. Larry's about Larry's 6 foot.
6'1.5", asshole.
6'1.5". Oh man.
All right, Larry, I'll see you online. All right, I might cut out real quick. The great Larry Krueger, everyone.
Oh, we'll lose Larry then.
Yeah, he'll pop back on. I have really bad service right here, but
so where do you got to? You got to get into the into your place and then
send Larry a link.
Here she is. If you want to come rob me,
I'm sure your dad will appreciate that. Okay, so Rye's cut out now. And it's me and Jay Hutch.
Hey, how's it going,
did you watch the game today?
I didn't get to watch it. There's this free stream that I use called MLB, like 66 streams. But now the website wants money for it, so nope.
Yeah, you can go MLB.com, and I think it's like $99 or something for the year for one team.
I'm not doing it.
And then it's 100 and I can't remember what it was.
Maybe it's too expensive.
Yeah, I just subscribe so I can watch, every game. But
they need to get rid of blackouts, and it needs to be like $30 a season, $50 if you want playoffs. Like, I'm sorry, but they make so much money if they got rid of blackouts and they did, something affordable like that. But $99, I'm sorry, it's not worth.
Yeah, Larry is walking the rest of the way home. Came up a little short on gas, so we're going to need a little donations.
Tony D in the comments said, J Hutch, Giants 6 out. What do you think? I think if we have another 3-game losing streak, we're done. We can't have a 3-game losing streak. Like, they need to go on a long winning streak at some point during this route, like a 10, a 12, because they're going to lose some one-run games. They're going to lose some close games. So,
yeah, they're going to need several 8-2 stretches. They've got what are they now? 57 and 57. Let me see.
500.
So they played 104. So. No, 114. I'm sorry. They played 114.
Good push.
So what do they got left? 46 games or something? Let's see. What do they got left? 48 games. 48 games. Yeah, they're probably gonna have to win 30 to 31 games of those to really come close.
Yeah.
I think 88 is probably the minimum, but I think if they got to 90, that would do it. Which 90 though would be, they'd have to go like 33 and 15. It's possible.
Yeah.
I mean, it's doable when you compress into a smaller size. You can actually do something like that. Let me see what that would do for them. 33 divided by 48. It's probably 68. Yep. 68, almost 69%. I mean, going to be tough. It's going to be tough. But they're probably, they're 57 and 57, 48 games left. If they went 30 and 18, it might get them in just because that's 80, with the extra wild card. So we'll see. I mean, not going to be easy.
No.
Pitching's going to have to. The problem I see is the bullpen. I mean, the bullpen let them down again today.
This year is reminding me a lot of 2016.
Yeah, except for 2016, they made it to halfway through the year being awesome. And
they were the best team in baseball the first half.
They were the best team, and then So just in the sense that the bullpen is falling apart because it is. I mean, besides Doval and maybe one other arm.
Well, that's the problem right now is that 2016 they had a cushion and they kind of held on because of the cushion.
Yeah.
Now, they're behind.
Didn't they trade Duffy that season, or was it next season they traded Duffy?
It was the next season for Matt. No. Yeah. They had Matt Moore that year. Yeah, it was that year because they had Matt Moore for the playoffs.
That was a big mistake.
Well, it was, but Duffy's not.
I know.
He's not. Everybody liked Duffy, but he's not second coming of anything.
No.
He's just,
but just at the time, it was bad.
Yeah.
MV 5588 says, Hutchinson, aka Bradley Cooper Jr. What you think of Giants' third wild card? I think we just sort of hit on it, more of less of if they get the third wild card, something significantly has to change with their bullpen if they even want a shot. Also, they have to be healthy. If they're not healthy down this stretch, going into the playoffs, that's all they're going to sniff. They're going to sniff the wild card. They may get past the wild card, but I don't see them winning a series with the bullpen the way it is currently pitching. Now, the Giants down the stretch and all of their World Series runs, I'd say even besides 2016, even the COVID season down the stretch, they were playing well. Obviously, last year they played well. 2010, 12, and 14, they played well. So they know how to play well down the stretch. They have that experience. It's just, is the offense going to be able to carry when they need to carry, winning, 6-5, 6-4? Or, can the bullpen kind of clean it up a bit, So these are the dog days right now. And, these are where teams lose it. And these are when teams sneak in. And if you sneak in, you have to be healthy, because if you are not healthy, you're not going far.
Yeah. So, I mean, Justin Kerwin says the pin can't hold a lead versus the worst teams. Kapler has fried that pitching staff. Yeah, it's been pretty rough, and I'm surprised that they're going with only 7 in the bullpen and not an extra reliever, an extra arm.
I really want to know what happened to the bullpen, because last year it was nails. I mean, and I know it was a magical season, but I feel like it's tough to fake a bullpen. I know last year they had Posey, they had Bryant, and maybe there was some glamour, maybe just all the right buttons were being pushed, but the bullpen was nails. And I don't know what really the difference was between last season and this season. They mostly had all the same arms. They only lost Tony Watson? Was that it?
From last year, they lost Watson. Seems like there was somebody else.
I mean, maybe like another guy, but it wasn't a lot. And it's not like Watson was like a core 4 guy, like, or a guy like Affield. Like, yeah, he was good. Like, he's a good arm, but wasn't like much changed. And I don't know if that's like they lost some coaches, because they did lose a lot of coaches. And the rumor is that like, the coaching or whatever, like the players aren't trying to put that much effort into it anymore. Like, who knows what it is, but it's just strange. It's just odd. I mean, especially in the year that just hitting is down in general, our bullpen doesn't seem to be effective at that, besides Doval and maybe like another arm or so.
Larry's out hitchhiking. We need somebody to stream him out there as he's looking for a ride to get home because he ran out of gas. We didn't have enough donations tonight.
I ran out of gas. Nashville had SummerSlam. Did you go? Sexy Burrito says Nashville had SummerSlam. Did you go? I don't even know what that is. I will say though, when I went to the Nashville Sounds game, I went to one of them. I was pretty impressed. Cute little ballpark and everything. I think I showed you guys some pictures. It was maybe a couple months ago that I came on, and I followed their Twitter. Dude, they are hitting bombs left and right. Their AAA team. Like I'm like I just follow it, and it's like, oh, they're winning 8-4, they're winning 10, whatever. They hit 4 home runs in one inning. It seems like every other night they are dropping bombs. So
yeah, Gilbert Gamboa makes a good point about the bullpen. They had a lot of new arms which weren't exposed. I'm a believer in overexposure, and caught up to them. Teams figured out their relief arms. Yeah, if you're not an elite type of pitcher and you get overused. I mean, the example has been in the National League West. Rogers has been seen quite a bit, and they've been able to just tee off on him. And these guys watch film. They look at what they did wrong against a guy, and then if you see him enough, you start saying, man, if I just wait a little bit on that pitch and don't swing at this type of pitch, the thing about Rogers is you got enough time to adjust in the box.
Yeah, he doesn't have the velocity.
No, exactly. I mean, his fastball is like 83, 84 tops.
I feel like he needs to get it to 90, and he'd be much more effective. And like he needs to get it to 90, 91. So
it's going to be kind of pretty tough at that.
I know it is.
To gain 7 miles an hour with that
delivery.
I mean,
we've seen it happen. I mean, we've seen it happen. It's not like it's not possible, but he needs to do something with his fastball. So his other pitches, like changing the eye level, all of that mental like chess battle between hitter and pitcher. If you don't have a good fastball, the rest of your pitches are going to suffer.
Yeah. Yesterday was a pretty cool day at the park, though, with the 2012 celebration of the 2012 World Series champs. Yeah. Lots of former players in the park, and it's pretty cool. Scudero came out with the pose from the, looking up into the sky with the rain and everything. That was pretty cool. Got a chance to see a lot of guys, that were back, and got a lot of guys in the booth that came up, talked to Krueg and Kite, Bochy, Vogelsong, Zito.
I'm glad Zito was there.
Yeah, that was really good for Zito.
Listen, I know it wasn't what we thought the contract was going to be, but sorry, when it came down to it, when it mattered, he was a Bulldog, and if we don't have that game, so.
Yeah. So, as we move along here, just as a reminder that tomorrow you can hear Larry on 95.7 The Game at 9 a.m. He'll be on with Mark Willard. So that ought to be a good show. He'll be talking Giants and 49ers tomorrow, 9 o'clock, 95.7 The Game. You can also catch it here on the Krueg channel as we carry that on the Krueg channel, just the video. So you can actually, it's a live podcast just like this. So you'll be able to see Larry and Willard right here on YouTube, 9 a.m. tomorrow morning. Pretty interesting. There was a tweet Larry put out. Let me see if I can find it. Yesterday. Let me look here 1 sec here. And he had put out a tweet about Joey Gallo being with the Dodgers and how he wanted. What happened to it? Come on.
Oh yeah, they were like 8-1 since the Dodgers got him, and the Yankees were like 1-8.
Well, it wasn't that particular so much, but it was about. Here it is. He said, "I suggested the San Francisco Giants trade for Joey Gallo, only be told that it was a dumb idea. He couldn't handle New York City, period. Badly needed a change of scenery. Farhan missed out on an opportunity to add a powerful presence to his lineup." And then it's funny, Willard replied to Larry, he struck out in more than half his at-bats since joining the Dodgers. The tweet crediting him with their record has to be a joke. My man, take a lap and talk to you Monday. So
those two always go at it.
Yeah, it's fun. It's all in fun. So I wrote back. I wrote back on the tweet. Yes, he has 10 Ks, but in those 19 at bats, he has 5 hits with a double and 2 home runs. He's batting .263 with LA and has a slugging percentage of .632 and an OPS of .932. That's higher than any Giants this year except J.D. Davis. I'll take the production all day long and live with the K's and his Gold Glove defense.
Well, here's the thing that you have to think about. Joey Gallo and the Dodgers lineup versus Joey Gallo and the Giants lineup.
Oh, sure. It's a big difference.
It's a big difference because
of course it is.
Who's hitting in front of him? Who's hitting behind them? Who's hitting behind the guy hitting behind him? You know, it changes the whole scenery.
Oh, yeah. It's totally different. I mean, yeah, but I mean, he didn't hit with the Yankees lineup, so he is hitting.
True.
I mean, and that's a powerful lineup, so he's doing better. A lot of times it is just a change of scenery. The guy has 172 lifetime homers and has an OPS of 800 lifetime. Yes, he struck out, I believe, now 1,000 times in his major league career in just a little over 2,200, 2,300 at bats. So he's striking out, over 40%. And, that's quite a bit, but still he's a great defensive player and a guy that can really, really hit the long ball. I think Rye will be with us here shortly. And Larry will be here as well. 1 sec. Be here. Oh, Ryan will be here in just about 3 minutes, it looks like. So, so what did you think of? Did you see the Niner game? Were you able to catch that Friday night?
Yeah.
Yeah. What'd you think of Trey Lance?
Just finally someone who is a threat.
Yeah, he's definitely a threat. I mean, got a strong arm. What I like about Trey Lance is his pocket presence. He could feel the pressure and step up. And
I feel like that's the modern quarterback. Like, a quarterback who is not afraid to move, like extending the play. I think that is always like not an act like the older generation of QBs or whatever, but with how great these the defensive line is, and just all these things now that are in the league, because the offense, the way the NFL is played, is it's a passing game, and it's, all the rules are geared towards offense. So a lot of teams invest in defense to try to mess with the quarterback, and it's tail this time. If your quarterback sucks, if you get pressure on him, he's going to screw up. So you need a quarterback that can be able to extend the play, can move, can run. I mean, and the more just it's just like in baseball. If you have all the 5 tools, you might make it far. Or at least you're going to have a career. And for football, for the quarterback, the more tools that you have in your belt, whatever type of like the long ball, how fast your throw is, if you can do a spot like it, the more tools that you have, the better you're going to be. And Trey Lance seems to have all the tools. It's just going to be, how can they develop him? How is he going to develop? How is he going to progress? What is his ceiling? And the potential seems like it is there for him to be a top 5 QB in the league. And we just got to wait and see.
Yeah. I mean, it'll be, there could be some growing pains, but I believe by mid-season to after the 10th game, I think you're going to see a really different offense that you.
Oh, it should be a well-oiled machine with all the offensive weapons that Trey Lance has at his disposal, plus Kyle Shanahan.
Oh yeah, they've got more weapons this year than they've ever had in Kyle Shanahan's regime. So this could be a very exciting year. Hopefully they stay healthy, and that will be very important, as in any sport. Health a lot of times determines who wins a title.
It's everything. It is everything in this game. I mean,
any game, in any sport, health is so critical. I mean, you look at last year.
There was a comment earlier. Yeah, that was about Brandon Belt with Greg Harris. He said if the Giants had stars and was this bad, yes, that is the manager. Blah, blah, blah. But Belt is your power hitter. Give me a break. I mean, we saw it last year. He would have hit 30. I think he could have hit 40. I think he has the potential to hit 40 every season.
Well, he hit 29 last year.
It's injuries, games, but, and that's just the modern athlete. I think they're like athletes are getting better in terms of what they can do and specialize in everything, but injuries are becoming more prominent. So it's not, as we always said, the best ability is availability, and it's true because you have no value if you are injured. So
MF says thoughts on McGlinchey hurting his knee. I did not hear that.
I didn't hear that either.
I heard. Let me see.
I heard someone else hurt their knee. Wasn't it Brunskill?
Let me see if there's a report on. Looking here. I don't think it was anything serious, MF. I think it was just getting some rust off with the quad, and that he had a little bit of a.
Thanks, sexy burrito. I like the vote of confidence.
Something in the knee, or I like I say I heard it yesterday, but I don't see anything in there. Anything. Anybody talking about it too big?
Anonymous is saying hamstring.
Hamstring on McGlinchey. Knee irritation. Yeah, I don't think it was anything serious from what I heard. That it was just a little bit of irritation, and it's probably to be expected after being out quite a long time. Do we
know how long Brunskill is going to be out? I saw a few weeks.
Yeah, a lot of the guys are nursing hammies and different things, ailments, 2 to 3 weeks. I mean, you got your corners that are both experiencing, Travarius Ward's going to be out for 2 to 3 weeks. Mosley's out a couple weeks. You got several guys, going 2 weeks, 3 weeks. But, you hope that these guys will be ready to go week 1. And, a lot of these guys are just going to pace themselves.
I mean, if they're actually hurt, they're just going to sit them. They're gonna do what they did with Draymond and Steph last year. When everyone got hurt, it's like no, like you're just gonna sit all the preseason games until you're ready week 1, and if you're not ready, then you're gonna sit week 1 and play week 2. It's what they should do anyway, because you don't want someone to get injured. Something gets teared or pulled, and then you're done for the year.
Oh yeah, they'll definitely be watching all of that. So Rye should be here any moment, and then I'm not sure if Larry's going to be joining us. So we probably won't be going too long tonight. We've been going an hour and almost 10 minutes so far, and so we'll go a little bit longer tonight, and then we'll. Anybody got any more thoughts on Niners or Giants? put it in the chat. We'll get to it. Giants, we had a little fun with it this week. I said after they lost to San Diego Wednesday, put a fork in them. They're done. It seems that way, but you never know. I mean, it's going to be very difficult.
It is one bad losing streak away from being done.
Oh, sure. I mean, right now they're barely hanging on. They're 6 out, and the thing is you got to overcome 2 teams. So you got to have 2 teams, both kind of. When you got to get really hot and they got to get cold.
When does the 40-man roster kick in?
They don't do 40-man rosters anymore. It's only 28. So it's 26. They carry
dropped it down to 28?
Oh, yeah, last year.
Wait, I'm talking like September call-ups.
Yeah, only 28.
Ooh, rough.
They only allow for 2 guys to come up now. No more.
Why can't we just make it 28 all year then? I don't get it.
I mean, I don't know why they only allowed 28. To me, a better number is 30. What they were trying to get away from is all of those games where they, the games were lasting 4 hours because guys, were bringing in, 14 pitchers because you could load up your roster. And so you could have guys, pitch infinitely. And
so that's something I want to hit on. So they changed the rule, face 3 batter minimum unless there's an injury, right? So why can't you have 30 players on the roster then? Like, if you want less injuries, have 30 players on the roster.
I've been saying that for the last few years. You got to stop.
And I know it's mostly the owners because of owners.
Oh, sure, it's all about profit. All about
money and everything.
You're talking a $700,000 minimum salary though for a couple of extra guys. I mean, you mean you can't have 4 guys at $700,000 and pay an extra $2.8 million in salary?
I just think of like you're gonna have arms because you're gonna bring up arms. You're gonna maybe bring up like one, like let's say, what is it, 26 right now? If you increase it to 30. One of those guys is going to be utility, and probably 3 more are going to be pitchers. If your pitching staff is good, maybe you bring 2 utility guys up. But I think it'd just be nice. It definitely would. I think
it would save on injury. It would save on a lot of other things.
Plus, a young arm could come up and deal. And then maybe you got something.
Yeah,
I think it could bring just more excitement. Obviously, more players on the team, more things can happen. Someone gets hot. So,
exactly.
What's up, Brian?
What's up? Yeah. Oh my God, I'm so sweaty. The problem is I had all my gear and everything was like I brought it to the Niners game on Friday, and then I had to just and also I had it I was all set up like in the living room because my dad's been gone because he doesn't want to catch COVID from me, and so I just had to move everything back. So sorry about that, man. I'm sweaty and I smell, but
well, fortunately we can't smell you, so.
Well, at least you don't have the humidity out here.
Yeah, humidity, man. When you get that humidity
Jay
back
Hutch,
there,
younger than Jay Hutch, what? Oh,
is Jay Hutch younger than?
I think he means, am I younger than Ryan?
Yeah. What year were you born?
Maybe he's talking about.
No, I'm 30.
Oh, okay. All right. I'm 27 in October, so we're
similar.
October. There we go. What day?
That's pretty
13th.
Scary.
13th.
What?
You two guys combined don't meet my age.
I was on the 24th. Actually, the day of the Oakland fire?
Yeah.
I was born on that day.
Oh, no way.
Yeah. My dad was an OPD cop for like 21 years.
Jesus.
So he got to see me born. He got home 4 hours later. He saw the smoke because we lived in the Hayward Hills. Saw the smoke, got called in.
Thanks, haha. He said I improved a lot since the Warriors playoff run. Yeah, I had some funny. There were streams where I was drunk. Yeah, living with dad can be rough. Bay Area mortgages are a killer. Yeah, if in case anybody didn't know, at one time I was an adult and living with my girlfriend in LA. But then once I took this on, because. We're a little bit of a risk. We're hoping it turns into. I mean, it looks like it's turning into something. Like I'm kind of a reporter, low key for the Niners now. But yeah, so I crashed with my parent. I'm crashing at my dad's until till I get a livable salary.
Yeah.
I guess.
Hey, at some point you got to take the risk, right?
Yeah, exactly.
I've been growing my business,
Absolutely.
and I actually in the past couple of weeks I gained 2 big clients, and I'm very
Oh,
excited
awesome,
about
Jay
it.
Hutch. Plug it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hutchserves.org if you guys need anything served in Tennessee.
Ooh.
Do you have to, when you serve, do you ever get any, what's the wildest thing that's happened when you serve somebody?
Actually, a month ago, this literally happened a month ago. So this job is all about reading situations and reading people, because you want to be safe, because there are servers that have died, during this.
Right.
It's a very low percentage, but it happens. And obviously it depends on where you live. Is it out in the sticks? Is it in the city? What neighborhood is it? You have to read all these things.
Do you have to dress up in disguises?
No, I just look presentable, right?
Yeah.
Try to not look like a salesman, because then they're not going to answer the door.
Yeah.
So it's a lot of knowing that. And then, so I just, I go knock on the door, and a lot of people have the front door and the screen, right? So they have the 2 doors, so they, can open up the front door and they see you through the screen or whatever, because it's safe, and I get it.
And you have to physically hand them the papers that they've been served?
Yes. I mean, you don't have to hand it to them as long as you get confirmation. So
Okay.
a lot of people are under the misconception that, if I don't touch the papers, I'm not served.
So do you record it, and then that way it can't be disputed?
Certain companies will have me use apps, take a picture, log in the results, and some others I just write it down.
So what do you serving? You serving divorce stuff, child?
Mostly it's debt collection.
Oh, debt collection.
A lot of debt collection. There's a lot of debt collection, a lot of summoning complaints, which is just,
restraining orders or anything like that, or?
I've served a couple, yeah.
Yeah.
I've definitely done some divorce papers. There was one lady I served out in, what's beyond Brentwood? Brentwood and Antioch?
Oakley?
Oakley, yes. I served someone.
Good call.
Yes, I served someone in Oakley, and the lady was like, "Oh my gosh, I've been waiting for these." Gave me a hug and a high five. I was like,
"Oh, was she just kind of shucking her mail, and it got to a point where she was just hoping that she would be served and could get it all organized?"
No, she was waiting for the divorce papers because she wanted to be finalized. So she was just so happy that it came on.
Oh,
but anyway,
cool.
This happened to me a month ago. I go up to someone's
Haha
door,
says,
knock,
"Did you
knock,
serve
knock."
Olivia Wilde?"
No,
that's
I
funny.
wish.
Because the Jason Sudeikis was I actually saw him in Silver Lake when I was living there, and I drove by and I just rolled down the window and didn't know what to say, and I was like, "Great show!"
I will say I served a Hall of Fame wide receiver.
Whoa!
And I served an NBA basketball player's attorney. On his behalf. I'm not going to name the names or anything,
Tim Lincecum chat. Honestly, Timmy. I think probably just because probably for maybe the younger people, I mean, I feel like he is going to be a trivia question, he's going to end up being underrated because his peak was so good that
his peak was so good.
First Take was doing baseball segments on Tim Lincecum, can Tim Lincecum strike out everybody at the All-Star game, and I mean, the fact that there's not that many people that won 2 Cy Youngs and 3 World Series and were 3-time World Series champions that aren't in the Hall of Fame, but he is going to be one of them.
Right. Yeah. Just because he didn't have the longevity and career.
Well, I just hope the Giants do him right and retire his number. I'm sorry, they need to.
That would be so awesome. They should. They really.
I feel like that stigma of you having to be a Hall of Famer before your number is retired is going away.
Yeah.
And I hope they retire his number. They have to, I think.
Did anyone know if Timmy was married or she lived in Burlingame and he lived in Washington?
They say she was married.
I heard married, girlfriend, long-time girl. So I'm whatever it is, they were together for a long time.
Dang. Right. Oh. Hey, did you guys hear today, the Drew Rasmussen took a perfect game into the 9th for Tampa Bay against Baltimore.
Really?
It's been 10 years since the last perfect game, which I believe it was Felix Hernandez, but they had 3 in 2012. Matt Cain threw his perfect game, Felix Hernandez, and I can't remember the other one. But
Holiday? I think it was Holiday.
No, it wasn't Holiday, not in 12. Can't remember the
Mark Burley, who was
might have been him. But I'll look it up. But the thing is that perfect games, there's only been like 23 to 24 in all of the history of baseball. So it's so rare.
Petit almost had one. Oh,
yeah, Petit had one through.
It was bottom
7 or 8.
No, it was 9 2-outs. It was 9 2-outs.
No.
Oh, Dallas Braden.
Dallas Braden for the A's did it. Yeah, I think he did it on Mother's Day too.
Oh, Mark Burley did do it, but he did it. When did he do it? Oh, it does say something about his record. Some record he set doing it was broken by Yasmira Petit in 2014.
Let me see.
I think he took it into the bottom of the 9th with 2 outs. I'm pretty sure.
Burley was 2009. Braden was 2010. Holiday was 2010. Philip Humber was 2012.
That's it. Humber. I was just looking. Yeah.
Wow. That's crazy that's been that long.
Petit had it. Was it the 9th? I thought it was a no-hitter with 2 out in the 9th. Was it a perfect game?
I'm pretty sure it was a perfect. It might have been a no-hitter.
Let me look it up.
Shoot, what else? I felt like I was going to bring something up, but now I can't remember. Yeah, today was kind of a bummer. Like, it was not a bummer. I would not say it was a bummer, but we thought that like we were going to get like exclusive interviews and stuff today, but it was kind of more of just about the foundation and that. Like,
were you at the game?
Wait a minute.
Yeah, we went to the game. The game was cool. We sat in the press box. I mean, that's another thing is like I'm experiencing this all for the first time. So like, I feel like I probably need some like binoculars or something. Like you
were right, Jay. It was 2 out, perfect game.
So.
Really,
September 6, 2013, against Arizona. 2 outs in the 9th. He lost a perfect game. Could you imagine the Giants throwing back-to-back perfect games in consecutive seasons? Let me see. This was a home game. Oh my goodness! And Pence almost caught it. He's just one-hopped it. He don't. Oh gosh.
Yep.
So here's another thing is the NFL top 100 is dropped, and
wasn't it Ward?
Juszczyk was number 100, and then Ward was like in the 80s, which goes to show you that the players think much more highly of him than media does.
I mean, that's what they all do?
Yeah,
unless you're a superstar.
Yeah,
unless you're a superstar making the big money,
or a quarterback. Yeah.
Unless your name is Jimmy G.
I wonder if Jimmy will make it. That would be pretty hilarious.
If he doesn't, that's kind of wrong.
Yeah. Well, I just don't remember like who's like usually like Mac Jones made it. Okay, if Mac Jones made it, then Jimmy probably made it.
I saw Grant, say something the other day, like maybe Jimmy just needs it, he needs to be a backup for like a half season or a full season, then get back into it.
I just don't understand. Like I think he's like about the number 16th best quarterback in the league, and that's not like great, but it's like he should be a starter somewhere. Like I think that there's like there's not many people that you could put on the Browns that would allow them to still be Super Bowl contenders. But if they put Jimmy on the team, I mean, there is a world where that team could win a Super Bowl.
I don't know.
Not likely, but
I don't know the Browns O-line. Is their O-line good?
Their O-line's great, maybe the best. Yeah.
Then that would be the perfect team for him.
Yeah, great O-line, great weapons. They just added Amari Cooper. I mean, they're just gonna run it up the gut with Chubb and Hunt and. They've got their defense is awesome. So no one has worn 55. Oh, speaking of retired numbers, it's pretty hilarious that like LeBron James got kind of cucked by Bill Russell. Like they retired like number 6 league wide. And so, but like LeBron is grandfathered in, but now it's like, dude, but like now you're not going to get your dream of like having your number retired twice in LA or whatever.
Like it's going to be. That's right.
LeBron
What's he wearing now,
enough.
though? He's wearing 23 now, right?
He's 6.
He's wearing 6?
He started off 23. Then when they missed the playoffs, he changed to 6.
Is he going to have to change back to 23 this year?
No, he's grandfathered in, but like now it's weird because it's like, I mean, technically Bill Russell's jersey is going to be retired at everything. So how can you also retire LeBron's number 6? You know, I never understood how was Mariano Rivera 42? I never got that question. I always wondered that when I was younger.
Why he's 42?
Or how he was 42.
Because Jackie Robinson was 42, but it's not retired by.
I thought it was retired league by every team.
I don't think so.
Robinson number retired. In 1997, Major League Baseball honored Jackie Robinson by making his number 42 the first uniform number to be retired across the sport.
Really?
That said, players who were wearing 42. Oh, so he was wearing it at the time.
Oh yeah, he was. Yeah,
that makes sense.
Okay, I guess that does make sense. So Bill Russell and Jackie Robinson are the two. That's pretty cool.
Wow, interesting.
I don't know. When it comes to LeBron at this point, like I had a lot of respect for him still, and even when he went to the Lakers, like whatever. But it has been a shit show ever since he went there.
Yeah, I mean,
you hear I don't know if you guys have talked about this already, like on, whatever live streams that you've had, but the whole KD thing, that's, all the rumors that he wants the coach fired, he wants the GM. Guys, just play basketball.
I know, like he got already, like they won. I mean, you cannot tell me that Frank Vogel was the reason why they weren't winning games. Like his roster.
Well, yeah, I kind of like
you said you said I wanted James Harden, and then you said get rid of James. Like make up your
Westbrook.
mind.
Yeah, I know.
Make up your mind.
I know.
Yeah. And Greg Harris says Braun has run his course. I know last season, but
Father Time
is undefeated sooner or later. Yeah, he's what 37 or is he 38?
Oh, he's now? He's like 38. I mean,
he's getting there.
I thought that last year's playoffs were. I mean, maybe it's just Warriors glasses, but I thought those were super entertaining and interesting because like no one really knew who was going to win. And like, I don't think that people really missed LeBron not being in the playoffs.
Yeah. LeBron is 37 will turn
could be a lot of the
in the end of December.
Could be a lot of the newer fans,
Yeah.
A lot more eyes that don't care about LeBron.
Yeah, exactly. Like I know Curry, like they always say, like Curry on like social media gets a lot more. He gets like a lot more engagement.
Well, that's what happens when you.
Yeah,
that's what happens when you keep winning rings.
Justin Tucker is 94 on the top. Honestly, he should just be like top 15 every year
for fantasy football.
No, just like players in the top 100 list. Like,
oh, okay.
Like seriously, there's times when I'm like, he should be in the MVP conversation. Like the fact that anytime they get it within 60 yards, it's guaranteed 3 points is just a weapon that no other team has.
Pretty amazing. What was the one he hit 64 that hit the
oh my God. Yeah.
That hit the crossbar and then
went
fell over to
that
win
was
the game.
Amazing.
To win the game. And that was the NFL record. Was it 64 or 65? How far was that one?
I think 6.
Or was it 67? I can't remember.
Where was? Yeah. Let me look it up.
Who hit the one in the snow in the Patriots game?
Adam Vinatieri.
Yeah, Vinatieri. Dude, that guy was nails. That guy never missed.
The Patriots always get like they went from him to Gostkowski.
Okay, Justin Tucker's was 66. Yeah.
Jesus Christ. The previous record was 64.
Yeah. Held by the guy from Denver. Who was that?
McMahon. Or no, it was Prater, but I think he kicked it in Denver.
Oh, yeah. It's Denver.
Well, it was 63. It was the first guy did it, Tom Dempsey. And then somebody else tied it.
I remember David Akers tied it. David Akers had a 63
and I think
yarder.
there was one other guy that tied it. And then Prater went 64, and then Tucker 66, which was just unbelievable because it hit the stinking crossbar and bounced over. And it wasn't just, like the record, but it won the game.
Oh my God, I know. The odds that doesn't. I like,
Niners, speaking of field goal kickers, I was looking at the press release for the 49ers, and they have pronunciations. And everybody says Robbie Gould, but the 49ers say it's Gold.
Say Gold. Gold.
It says Robbie Gould.
I've always said Gold, but I didn't know.
That's
another thing I'm stressed about is like I never really had to know.
Kickoffs this year.
He is? Not Mitch?
Yeah.
Huh. Hey, Ryan, just a bit of advice. Like, if you don't know how to
pronounce someone's name,
dude, I can't even begin to describe some of the names and last names that I've seen.
Yeah.
Oh, what's going on?
McCrary Ball is awesome. I gotta learn how to say his name. McCrary Ball, Ebukam. I'm always like, I think I said that right. Kimdiche.
Yeah, there's you probably seen the pronunciations, right?
Yeah.
When I was I was in the press box when my brother was playing at Cal, and I was a spotter for the Joe Starkey, the play-by-play guy, and back then a guy Monty Stickles was the color guy, but the press box had guys that they like they do with the Niners or every team they break it out, so you can with hyphens and you could pronounce the guy's name correctly. Well, Ron, my brother's name, it was pronounced the way they had it spelled out is Coach, like coach, and then they had dash, and then they had coach, E, and then dash, and then meal, like eating a meal, MEAL.
Coach Emil,
and then O,
then dash E, and then dash O. Coach Emilio.
Oh wow, that's
so it's kind of
really break it down.
Wait! This is a funny story from Friday that I didn't. I was like, I probably won't tell that one when Larry's here because I don't want him to get mad at me. But there's like there's like the media, whatever, like the food and all that. But then where we were, there's like one like all gender restroom that kind of, and if you don't use that one, then you have to kind of walk for a while down the hall to get to the communal one. So like, of course, I just like went into that one. Well, like the Niners I took like, just a ginormous crap. And they have like one of those, like, it's just the stadium's so new that like, sometimes like you don't even know how to flush these toilets, like the new toilets. Like there was no button. It was like I was like waving my hand, like pressing all over. And like all the while, it's like, I didn't have time for a courtesy flush. And I heard someone outside the door and I was like, motherfucker. Like this is gonna be like a chick, or like this is gonna be horrible. It's gonna smell like shit by the time I like get around to it. Finally figured it out. It was a touch sensor, which felt unsanitary, but it worked. And then I was like, please don't be a girl, please don't be a girl, please don't be a girl. And then I opened the door and it's just John Lynch staring straight into my soul. And then I just jetted out.
That is a great story.
Yeah.
So anyway, as I mentioned before, and we'll mention it again as we get ready to close, but listen to Larry tomorrow morning, 9:00, 95.7 The Game with Mark Willard. That's 9:00 on 95.7 The Game. And if you're not able to pick up the signal, you can get it live right here on this channel, the Krueg channel.
They're being so cool about it.
Yeah, just come in at 9:00 and you'll be able to see the videos, live streaming of Willard and Larry. So it'll be fun because those two guys have a good time together, and sometimes they agree and sometimes they disagree. So it'll be fun. That's what makes for good entertainment. So tomorrow morning, Larry be talking definitely Giants, but a lot of Niner talk too because of the game Friday night, and sure they'll be talking about Larry obviously was there with Ryan, and so Willard will, I'm sure, be asking a lot of questions what Larry saw and everything.
Yeah.
Do they have a bet going?
I don't know.
They had that one bet when they were both.
Oh God.
Yeah, I remember that.
That's a bad look.
And then I remember Larry had to sing in the car something. What was it? My hero? Was it? Or was that? Or I'm a loser? What the heck song did he have to sing?
I don't remember the song, but I remember he had to sing.
Yeah, maybe we could pull that up. Let me see. I'll send it to you, Rye, if I can find it.
Yeah, for sure.
You guys got to coax him into making another bet.
Yeah, we got to think of some funny bets. And then as far as like practice, because I don't think we really said much. It was a really quick, it was just, you couldn't really take much from today. Trey kind of had like another not great practice, but like, it's just like, I'm just not really tripping about it. There's no pads and he needs reps. So yeah, no, it was, and I think probably the biggest takeaway is just how cool McCrary Ball was. I think we said that, but like, we'll put up the interview, but he just like basically rambled for like 20 minutes. And I don't know, maybe it would be boring if you're just at home listening to it, but it was just kind of like, this is sick. Like usually like you have to like, you ask a question and they give like a kind of a, quick answer. And then it kind of, there's always a feeling like they kind of are like, all right, is that out? And then, but he just kept like going on and on and on, and like losing his track of time and stuff.
Oh gosh.
Oh, MF says the video is on KMBR YouTube.
I know that feeling.
Yeah, I was just watching it here. Oh, he's singing. But Larry's not really singing, so he's kind of reading the song. Like
he couldn't even sing
no tune, nothing.
He couldn't even sing it. Oh, jeez.
Oh.
So,
hey, where's Buster?
Where is he?
Yeah.
You guys see?
Yeah,
Faith
we gotta get some Buster action here.
There's Faith. They're tired because Hey, Buster boy, come here.
Yes. I honestly think Rothberg might have turned around the whole season. Just his optimism and us all, like him coming on, and then the fact that he's like, been a Giants fan since the early 60s. Dan, don't you feel like Robert Rothberg might have turned the season around?
Oh, yeah. 71-and-a-half-year-old from New York, big-time Giants fan. And he said 40 and 11. He says, I just figured it out. Giants just have to go 40 and 11. And I'm like, no chance, Robert. But you know what? I would love for Robert to be right.
I know.
If I've said, Giants put a fork in him last Wednesday, but I hope I'm wrong. I really do. I mean,
it's
want
not
the
like
Giants.
They can't do it because we saw last year and they pushed all the right buttons with all the analytics and they were healthy. It's not like they can't do it. It's just the way that it's been going. It's not.
I mean, the thing about baseball, anything is possible because sometimes you can just get hot and you could win 6, 7, 8 games in a row and you could be the worst team in baseball, right?
And the Dodgers, I mean, look at the Orioles. Look at our schedule is like pretty reasonable as long as we can like get the weird sort of thing going. Like, Arizona's kind of been kicking our ass.
I mean, who knows? Padres could tank, because Tatis got the ringworm.
Yeah,
he got the ringworm.
So,
oh my god!
Thank you, Rothberg.
All right. Thank you, Robert. Yeah.
I
really hope Robert is right because if Robert is right, the Giants are possibly the number 1 wild card team. They could, if they went 40, that was when I looked at the record the other day, it would have put them like at they were at the point 54. they would have been they're 54 and 57. So it would have been like, oh, they won 94 games, if they went 94 and 69 or whatever it would be, that'd be like 94 and 68, I guess it would be. Yeah. So
so what's
I have a question.
Yeah.
I have a question for you guys.
Yeah.
In the offseason, out of the three big players, because we don't know if Soto's going to stay, in San Diego, who are going to be free agents.
Well, Soto's there for 2 more years. He signed for 2 more years.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Judge, Ohtani, and, I guess not Soto. Who's your number 1 and who's your number 2? Because I think obviously it's Ohtani. If
Ohtani has to be traded. He's not a free agent.
If he's on the board though, but they already, they have so much dead money, and they need more pitching. So I don't know.
I'd want Ohtani.
If we could get Ohtani, that's
if he's on the board, changer. I want him. But
yeah,
I just don't know. I'm just skeptical if they're going to land Judge or not. But
no, I don't.
I'm sorry.
I don't think so.
Farhan, in this offseason, I don't care if they win the World Series or not. They need to get a star. We have to have a star.
Here's what I want them to do. I want them to go sign Trey Turner and sign him to 5-6 years, whatever it takes. Big money, shortstop for part of the season. Crawford plays short. Turner learned, he plays second. He did it with the Dodgers, but he's your everyday shortstop going forward after this year, after 2023. And you tell him that, you tell him he'll play at least 60 games at shortstop. You'll put that in the contract, barring any injury, that he'll play at least 60 next year, and then he'll be the everyday shortstop going forward. Because what he does is he brings speed and a different element to the game. Then I want Brandon Nimmo in center field from the Mets. He's another speedster guy that I
would love some speed.
Flat out fly.
I need speed.
Then I would like to see him go get like a utility guy that can move all around, Brandon Drury, who got some power. And then at second base, you could sign the guy that was Adam Frazier. He's a guy that he could, he was 300 hitter last year before he got traded to the Padres with the Pirates. Get some depth. And then Andrew Benattini in left field, another guy that is. So if you go out and sign 4 or 5 guys like that, and if you can't get Turner, then go try and get Dansby Swanson, a guy that can hit for some power, play short, could also play second, and then
what are the Brandon contracts? When are they done?
Belt's done after this year. He's a free agent.
Does Carl have one more year?
One more year, $16 million. Yeah. So
wait, to get to 90 games, we need to go 33 and 15. That's not impossible.
It's not impossible. No, it's not impossible. And I think if they get to 89, I feel very comfortable saying 89 gets you in. I don't know if 88 does. It's going to be close.
It's going to depend on what the other teams do.
But 89 will get you in, because historically the wild card team, the last wild card team has been right around there, and with an extra wild card team, I would think it would do it. So if they went, what'd you say, 33 and 15?
Yeah.
So let's say they went
32 and 16.
32 and 16. That would be playing 666.
Yeah, but that's it. But they could do that for 45 games.
For short spurts, sure. People can. Yeah, I mean, Dodgers have won 11 in a row prior to today. Yeah. So, I mean, I think there was I can't remember which team it was, but there was a team that's near the bottom of the standings earlier in the year, won like 8 or 9 in a row. So teams do it all the time. Some of the worst Giants teams have put together 7-8 game winning streaks.
Oh yeah.
So baseball is just kind of that way. It just, you get hot and it's every day. It's not like, football. Oh, they're hot.
Exactly.
You got another week.
Wait a week.
Yeah, you get hot and guys just feel good and they go in and their bats come alive and
it's all about the streak.
Yeah. So, the thing about baseball, this is why I'm hoping the Dodgers are peaking soon, too soon. Thing about baseball is you want to be peaking the last week or two of September going into the playoffs, like the Braves last year.
Yep.
They got really hot the last 2 months of the season.
Yep.
And they carried that into a World Series title. So even the Giants,
did in 2010.
Yeah, 2010. Yeah. The Giants were.
That was a magic carpet ride. That was amazing.
So it happens. And best teams in baseball, I think more than any other sport, don't always win. Best teams on paper don't always win because, look at the Giants in 2010. They were totally the underdog to Philadelphia in the National League Championship Series, and then they beat the Phillies in 6. And then in 2012, Detroit was overwhelming favorites in the World Series, and the Giants swept them. And they swept them because they won 3 in a row against the Cardinals, and they went in hot. They were down 3-1.
Also, what do you think about? Now that DeGrom is seemingly
he pitched another one.
I know. Seriously, as long as he's healthy, speaking of peaking at the right time, as long as he is healthy, I don't see anybody beating the Mets because they're guaranteed 2 starts from DeGrom and 2 starts from Scherzer. That's 3 games. That's 3 wins every round.
Well, I had a battle with my Dodger buddy yesterday. We were texting. And I sent him some stuff on the 2012 Giants yesterday. And so we were going back and forth. And he gives me all this Dodger stuff, because they're winning. And I said, hey, congrats. You'll be regular season champs again. I says, you're going you're going to choke. And he says, then I said to him, I say the Mets or the Cards knock you out.
Yeah.
And because, the Cardinals could get, with their bats and some of their guys. So but I do like the Mets. And then he says, you have nothing to lose by saying that, except your credibility as a baseball savant and some dignity as a sports fan when you have to eat crow when my Dodgers win the 22 World Series on the heels of the team winning the 2020 World Series. I said, you're so desperate for a championship, you have to count a fake one?
Yeah.
I said, my friend, if you know what a real one feels like, you don't settle for imitation. I know 33 years is a long time ago and lots has happened. So you only have a few videos to remind you what it felt like. And so we're going back and forth. So then the last thing I sent him was that walk up song with Edwin Diaz.
Oh my God. That's the other thing. Edwin Diaz has turned into Mariano Rivera this year.
Yeah. So I sent it to him and I said, I'm going to love listening to this as Diaz closes out the Dodgers in New York. I said, I will send you that song every day for 1 year if that happens.
It is kind of sad though. We've turned into Bears fans where essentially they just, the whole playoffs is just about Rodgers, not winning another Super Bowl. And then when he does, then you just get to make fun of him all off season. That's pretty much where we're at.
Are you able to play that video?
I don't think so, just because of the music.
Oh, okay. I love that.
Yeah, you don't want to play stuff
so good. It gets me fired up.
I know. When I hear that, I was like, it makes me go, oh man, I can't wait. I want to see the Mets knock off the Dodgers and have him walking out there. That would be so good. The Dodgers are on pace to win 113 or something like that this year. It's
I know.
Pretty remarkable what they're able to do, but
they should with that payroll.
I'm just thinking that I'm hoping that the pressure gets to them, because Dave Roberts guaranteed a World Series championship in spring training. I'm just hoping that, the Mets.
That's such a future me, Like that, he said that, and he's like, well, I mean, future Dave Roberts is going to have to deal with that one, and that's not until October.
Yeah.
That feels like forever away.
Yeah, Dan, I have a Dodger friend who he texted me and said Dave Roberts is an idiot.
Yeah, people they think he's horrible.
Yeah, they're not. Because he does a lot of the analytics that Kapler and the Giants do, but not as much because they have a lot better players and they don't have to platoon like the Giants do. But he does some weird things with the lineup and then
do you remember
the pitching staff?
Do you remember the no-hitter that they had maybe a few years back? Maybe it had been like 4 or 5 years back. They had a no-hitter in the 7th inning, and the guy only had like 100 pitches, but it was like early on in the season. He took him out, and then I think it was the Giants, and then the Giants won the game.
Yeah, I think that was the Giants. And there's just been
the pitcher was the guy who started with an S, the last name. I'm trying to remember.
Yeah, and then earlier this year with Kershaw having the perfect game, like, I'm sorry, you don't take
Stripling,
him out.
yeah. Carlo P. Stripling, yeah. Ross Stripling, that's what it was.
Yeah. You know what like when we keep doing like these Mount Rushmores and stuff, the reason why I always like am the one that like puts Bum on there is just because like I feel like Bum and Kershaw perfectly represented their teams, like in just the most, even to this day, the most perfect way. Like Kershaw just, one of the greatest pitchers of all time and one of the greatest regular season pitchers of all time. I mean, that guy, he was like Larry said that thing about Juan Marichal. Like, I think Clayton Kershaw was the only other one that went like, 7 all-star 7 times in 8 years. He had all those years where he was like sub 2, but then just in those Dodger teams were the same way. They were so damn good in the regular season, and then they'd get to the playoffs and they'd blow it. And Bumgarner, he really has only put together a couple of really great years, but and he's a fine regular season pitcher. He's kind of the regular season pitcher where, he could make the all-star team, could not. And
had some trouble with the long ball.
Yeah. But then come playoffs, he is the greatest postseason pitcher of all time. He just literally, So
what did he do? Isn't it like awesome. 1 run and like 50 innings pitched?
Yeah, he has the lowest ERA in World Series history. And I mean,
it's stupid.
It's like 0.36.
Yeah, it is. It's unbelievable. Robert Rothberg asks a serious question. Does Kapler make the ultimate decision to platoon, or is he dictated by the front office? That's a good question, Robert. And
we don't know. We don't know.
Don't know the total answer. My gut question is that it's a group decision. I believe my guess would be that Kapler meets with Farhan before every game. And they discuss the lineup, and there's input that comes from both sides. And I got to believe Cap has some decision making on it. But if the front office provides the analytics and all the different stats that go along with what they prepare, to give to Kapler. But I'm sure it's a group thing. And I would think when it gets to in-game decisions, that those probably are made by Cap. That a lot of the pregame stuff, the lineups are grouped together, and that Kapler has input from the front office on things. But I believe the decisions are up to Cap in the dugout.
What do you think of what the past master says? I like Kapler. Is he a placeholder, though? I feel like he's keeping the seat warm for someone. It does sort of feel like that because, the Giants are not, even after winning 107, like even last year to me, I never thought they were going to win the World Series. No matter as magical and crazy as it was, I thought they could beat I thought that there was a chance still in Game 5. I thought they'd beat the Dodgers, but I never really thought they'd win the World Series. And it does feel a little bit like, maybe he is a little bit of a tone setter. He's kind of just like, maybe he does make, more of the decisions than we realize, but it's more like that. It seems like Farhan dictated to him the general style that he wants to play and the things that he wants to have be considered, sort of the way like you're like if you were like a sales manager and like you had like the head business or head of sales guy, like, gave him a plan and gives him a little bit of creativity to carry it out. But it does feel like maybe he is the guy that's going to be here and he's going to take some crap for all this stuff. And then, when we finally have our guys come up and we sign some big name people, maybe we bring in
who really knows on this? I mean, you're looking at the situation with the actual roster construction. Giants fans are starting to grow weary and tired of it. I mean, it is getting old to watch platoon. Even though Longo hit the ball pretty well today in the 7th inning, I think it was an out, left fielder caught it. He hit the ball hard, but he pinch hit for Belt. And I was just like, really? Do you have to do that just because he's right-handed? Belt's done enough in his career to earn.
His lifetime OPS is above 800. Let him hit.
Just let him hit. Come on. I don't know. It's like too much is too much. I mean, I'm okay if it's Longo coming in for Wade or one of the younger guys, but you don't sit a 3-time world champion who's produced in clutch situations in the playoffs, in the World Series. Let him bat. Come on.
I mean, just look at the 18-inning playoff game. He was 0 for 5 at that point, but he kept grinding. He kept having decent at-bats, He was 0 for 5. Boom, hits a solo shot. He's 1 for 6, and he's the hero of an 18-inning playoff game.
Yeah, it's a folklore. That home run is forever in Giants folklore. It's just
he is a pro. He produces.
Sure he does.
And you know what? Hit. If you think about those teams, like we like to talk about them as ragtag teams, that's all we're really asking for is we just want like a couple guys that are pretty young, that are are going to be here for a while, that play every day, like Belt and Posey.
Well, it's kind of weird yesterday, Crawford. The 2012. You saw all the guys, and then Belt and Crawford are in the picture.
Yeah.
With their black unis, and all the the vets, the retired vets are in the Giants white, and then you see in the picture Crawford and Belton. It's like those dudes were on the team 10 years ago.
It's crazy.
So
but they were youngins back then.
Yeah, but like we had our Pat Burrells, our washed up Pat Burrell, Michael Morris, Travis Ishikawa, and Cody Ross. It's okay to have those guys. You just can't have a whole team made up of those guys.
Right.
Well, we've talked about like the Niners. They know how to produce defensive players. The Giants know how to produce pitchers, and I've always felt like the Giants lineup needs to have stars. I don't care if you have to get them from free agency. I don't care if you have to buy them, trade for them. I don't care if you produce them. You need a couple stars in your lineup, because just look at Buster Posey, what he did for this team, and it is the perfect example of you not having at least one star in your lineup from last year to this year. It is the perfect example. Like, if you want to be a playoff team, if you want to be a World Series team, like, you have to have stars. Just look at 2010, 2012, 2014. There was a bunch of ragtag teams, but like one year, Pablo, Brandon, Posey, and a pitcher all made the All-Star team.
Yeah, Pablo's another guy that is lost to history, but he was a legitimate like 300, 20 home runs guy.
Dangerous hitter.
Yeah,
3 home runs in Game 1, 2012 World
One of those
Series.
years, he was hit like 330 with like 25 home runs and was like number 6 in MVP or something.
Yeah.
And it's just the Giants know how to produce pitching. We know that. It's just produce an outfielder, produce one outfielder that's going to be there for 10 years.
Yeah, MF says that Patrick Bailey and Hunter Bishop not looking promising. You know, MF, I agree with you right now. They don't look very promising, but Hunter Bishop has loads of talent.
Mm-hmm.
They said coming out of that draft a few years ago that he was the best athlete in the entire draft. The Giants got him with the 10th pick. I have still hopes for Bishop because he's got all the tools. He just needs to put it together. And the guy's had a ton of bad luck. I mean, he got hurt. He missed the year. Then he got COVID, missed almost whole year. The 2020 season knocked out his that
messed with everything. A lot of players development.
So with his injuries and COVID and then missing 2020, he hasn't played a whole lot in the minors. Give him another year. You could see Hunter Bishop in San Francisco by the end of next year or 2024. It's very possible if he has he hasn't been even healthy this year. He's starting to get healthy again, but this was a injury year as well. If he gets really healthy, they can move him into AA and then up to AAA. And if he starts hitting, there's a possibility that he gets here in 24. If he's not here by 25, then you got to kind of maybe say he's high possibility that he's a bust.
I feel the same way. Like if Ramos does not come up and do well at some point next year, he's a lost cause.
Yeah, I mean you can't just make guys career minor leaguers with your number one draft picks. Yeah. What do we got here? We got a cat.
Kitty cat.
Yeah.
How old's the cat?
2.5 years. We have the mom and the two sons, and my parents have the two daughters.
What kind of names? We got ball player names, or we just?
My wife loves Harry Potter, so they're all Harry Potter characters.
Oh, okay.
Ooh, are any of them Dumbledore?
No, the mom is Luna.
Hagrid.
That one right there was Malfoy. We have Neville, and then the two daughters are Bellatrix, so they call her Belle, and then they call the other one Maggie for short for McGonagall.
Okay.
Yeah,
it would be funny. I feel like I would name the one of the chick ones like Dumbledore or like Hagrid, just for the funny, especially if they're really small and cute.
Romo says he was hoping for Matos too. Don't give up on Matos. He's having a down year, but he was injured as well. Coming back.
When does the shift go away?
Next year, I think.
Next year should be.
So
should be
next year or next year?
No, starting next year. It's a high probability. Or
they need
next year.
It should have been this year, honestly, but I can't wait because I'm so excited for a line drive up the middle to be a hit again.
Whoa! Have you guys seen that thing about the mega flood? Usually these things, you see them every once in a while, so I don't put much credence into them. But I was scrolling Twitter, and USA Today, the number one thing on my feed was experts warn California of a disaster larger than any in world history, and it's not an earthquake. And they're calling it a mega drought, maybe the main weather concern. Something about a mega flood.
Wouldn't that be a good thing for California?
I don't know. I guess. Well, I mean, if it was the biggest in the history of the world, first of all, bullshit. Second of all, I mean, that's some biblical stuff. What? That would be pretty biblical if a flood just took out Silicon Valley. It's just
that just
you are not allowed to have this.
That just seems like the California media wanting to just split California off.
Hey, who's speaking of minor leaguers? One guy who's got promoted recently to AA from Eugene is Casey Schmidt, third baseman. They're really high on him, and their comps. What I'm hearing, comps to Casey Schmidt is Matt Chapman. That would be sweet,
like that.
wouldn't it?
That would be amazing.
Wouldn't that be sweet?
Give me a guy with, honestly, at this point, that's where a lot of my baseball brain has changed. With the analytical stuff, is that I'm now okay with having a player that plays excellent defense and doesn't really hit for average, but hits bombs. And like, I feel like that could be Joey Bart. That could be Casey Schmidt.
Could be Joey Gallo.
Could be Joey Gallo.
He's the guy that plays excellent defense, strikes out a lot, and hits bombs.
I know.
God, Adam Dunn. 50 bombs hitting like 210.
Adam, I didn't want to give, like, because I was on Larry's side with the Joey Gallo thing, because do something, but his stats are pretty horrendous. Like, he's hitting like 170 or something.
Yeah, but he's hitting 263 with the Dodgers. So, but as Jay Hutch pointed out, and it's true, it's a lot different with the Dodgers lineup. But Romo continues to pound the Von Brown thing. The guy has
unreal stats.
Unreal stats, but he's like, who he reminds me of a little bit watching him play, especially the way he wears his uniform, is a little bit of Hunter Pence. He's fast. He's kind of like built. He's really strong, and he runs really fast. He's got a lot of stolen bases, but he hits for a ton of power too.
And average, like he hit like 330 in A ball.
Yeah, and he moved up from San Jose,
and now he's hitting like 315.
He's hitting great in Eugene. So the next stop would be Richmond. I don't know if they have enough time for him this year. I mean, he'd have to move quick. I doubt if he goes up this fast. But they could see him in the Arizona Fall League this year, possibly.
I mean, I know it's not equivalent to like project out from like high A ball stats to the major leagues, but seriously, like name the guys on our team that you would confidently say, like you almost knew like for a fact would hit 330 with 25 home runs in A ball. Like.
I don't know.
Nobody. Seriously.
On the Giants?
Yeah.
Hit 330
in A ball.
And hit how many homers?
20.
Let me think.
Belt. In A ball.
I don't think he'd hit that high for average, though.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, maybe we just fast track this kid.
Let me think.
Jock Peterson would have the homers, but
Where's Harrison at? Is he still in Double-A?
Double-A, pitching well.
What's the plan for him? Have we as far onside anything? Do we know if he's
we don't know, but it's possible. I mean, he'll get an invite next year to the Giants camp, spring training. It's possible he goes in and competes and wins a job, but most likely he'll start out at Triple-A next year and then be a call up sometime as early as May. If he does well, and the Giants have a need.
Robert Rothberg asks, why can't players negotiate their own problems? This would eliminate having agents represent you. Is it illegal to do that in Major League Baseball?
No,
guys just do it. Guys just don't do it.
It's the underrated thing is just like the awkwardness and stuff of like these guys, like you kind of want to like leave that world, have that world separate almost. And, if it gets nasty, you want someone that's going to fight for every last dollar, but you also don't want to, like, that puts you in a weird situation. So
yeah,
I totally get it if you're down to not. Yep.
Did you guys see that Hunter Pence basically said it wouldn't be a good idea to sign Aaron Judge?
Yeah,
because
it
wouldn't be a good team thing, and I'm just like, yeah, sorry, Pence, I love you, but I don't agree with it at all.
Well, yeah, Hunter's coming from the fact that the Giants years that he was there in 12 and 14, the Giants didn't have. Buster was great, but he wasn't like an Aaron Judge or an Ohtani or Trout. He was just super solid star, but not a mega. For his position, he was a mega star. But
yeah, people don't even know that about Posey. He's the best. He's the best catcher.
For his position,
era,
he was a mega star, but he wasn't a guy that ever hit 30 homers.
No.
So he was just a great catcher, great leader, and a really good hitter that, hit 300 and
Clutch hitter.
and comes up with clutch hits and hits 18 to 22 homers. That was Posey. You're talking Judge, Ohtani, guys that have 30, 40 homers, Trout, guys that, that's.
I wouldn't put, even though Judge is going to have break Maris this year, I still wouldn't put him in the class with Ohtani and Trout.
Yeah, I mean, but that's
just because I think
he might be he's just one of those stars, Soto.
Yeah, but no, I totally get it.
But the Giants, so Pence is coming from, I believe, they won championships based on everybody was solid and they had great pitching, really good defense, and timely hitting. They
got hot at the right time.
Yeah, but what carried the Giants to their 3 championships was their starting pitching and their bullpen. And their defense.
And Bochy's mixing and matching.
He had the ability to know, and they didn't have the 3-pitcher minimum.
Mm-hmm.
So you can have Javi Lopez come in and face one lefty and he'd come out.
Javi. God, I love Javi.
Farhan should, what'd be fun is if Farhan just totally zagged and did something weird, only signed switch hitters and only drafted switch hitters and just completely eliminated the need for platooning and
two-way players.
The game is
two-way
that
players,
way.
All the pitchers.
Yeah. If you look in baseball in 30, 40 years, I bet that's where it is.
I mean, think about how much of a matchup annoyance that would be if Kapler went up against a team that had all switch hitting players. He would be he'd be we're so effed in the disadvantage. The righty lefty disadvantage.
Hey, back in the day, I remember the St. Louis Cardinals, they had 5 or 6 switch hitters in their lineup. It was who was it? It was Willie McGee. I think, wasn't Ozzie Smith a switch hitter? Thought he was. Let me look. Gosh, I should know that. Somebody's in the chat before I look it up is going to tell me.
I wouldn't be surprised if he was. He's very.
I always thought he was.
Like he could be.
My mind's slipping, but they had so many. Tommy Herr, I believe, was another one.
Sandoval.
Gosh, who was in that lineup? There was let me look. Ozzie Smith. I know. Come on.
I mean, I understand where Pence is coming from, but I mean, you look at this Giants team.
Yeah, he was a switch hitter, Ozzie Smith. Yeah.
You look at the Giants team now. I'm sorry, they need a star. They just need one, and Farhan needs.
Well, they need not only a star, but they need several really good players around those stars. Stop the endless parade of AAA guys that have been released from other teams and picking them up off of waivers because he was a former second-round pick or he had a good year in 2018. So that's the thing that this constant shopping at the 5 and dime store
at Dollar General.
Dollar General. I saw something the other day. This cracked me up. I wish I could find it. It was hilarious. Somebody posted something on Facebook and it said, and then they played Alabama. They said, "What's up?" And they played the Sweet Home Alabama song for 5 seconds. And across the street was a Dollar General, and then on the other side of the street was Dollar Store, and oh gosh, it was hilarious. I was $3 stores within 300 feet.
Dollar General is like a 7-Eleven in Tennessee.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Not in the sense of the same kind of store, but just in the sense.
But the frequency they're
just everywhere.
Man.
What?
I'll see if I can find it.
Oh, think about also, this would be funny if next year Joey Gallo just hits 300 because the shift is gone.
Averages are going to skyrocket next year.
Think about how nice it'll be to just your brain can go back to thinking. Just anytime you just hit it right up the middle, that's just a guaranteed base hit. Like that is like, I mean, they used to always like that was where you would aim your like you want a line drive up the middle.
I mean, that's what you would practice on a tee.
Exactly.
Like, I remember in high school and in fall ball, Babe Ruth, like tee work was practicing hitting.
You just wanted to hit it line drive up the middle, and it is gross, like how it's just. Yeah,
I think baseball for the next couple of years is going to go through this weird thing of like trying to find other defensive things, like because the shift's going to be gone, and obviously defensive positioning is still going to be a big thing. Like especially now that the shift is gone, and it's going to take a few years for the defenders to adjust. I think offense is going to skyrocket a lot, then it's going to even out again. But I think overall, maybe in like 5 to 10 years because I would say in high school and in college, they're probably getting ready. I don't know if college has the shift or not. I'd imagine it does.
Sure.
I'm not sure.
It also just creates so much more work that's like so unnecessary. Like don't have them think about the game. Like don't put all these resources into figuring out people's hit percentage.
Yeah.
This isn't chess. Come on.
Offense is going to be pretty big, I say, in the next like 5 years. I think it's going to be much more of a key, and we're going to see a huge uptick in it. And hopefully that bleeds down into the minors and our prospects, because it's definitely, we had the COVID year, and then, people were off and injured, blah, blah, blah. So last year was kind of like, we don't know. And people are trying to get back into it this year and figure it out. And so like Dan was saying earlier, I think we're going to have to give our prospects another year to see what we really got. Because they're clearly not ready now.
I found this thing. Look at this. All right, there it is. There's the Dollar General, and then across the street is the Family Dollar and Dollar Store. It says attention residents of the state of Alabama, please explain.
Can you put the past Masters comment up in the chat?
Yeah.
Yeah. Got it.
Oh, Angel Hernandez. Can we please get rid of him?
Yeah. Joe West. I listened to Joe West on a podcast because he retired, I think, this year or last year.
He did last year.
And God, he would not. The guys were trying to get him to admit they were trying to get him to just admit one time that he ever got a call wrong, and he refused to do it.
That's Joe West, though. That's him.
Cowboy Joe.
I didn't really mind Joe West too much, but for the most part, he was a pro, and he definitely missed some calls and some.
It was clutch having Posey back there, because it was like, Posey's just such a good ambassador for your team. Like if there's any small mental edge that could to be gained, I feel like it would be with Posey.
Yeah. Romo makes a great point here, because you got to have your 1 through 4 in the lineup same every day. You can't be changing 1 through 4. You got to have a bona fide leadoff hitter and a bona fide cleanup hitter. Come on.
That is definitely the difference between the World Series teams and
these guys. Our third place hitter changes from day to day, and the leadoff hitter changes. It's Wade one day. Yeah. I think Slater, they say he might have some kind of wrist injury or something. But he's not hitting at all now. And no power from Austin Slater whatsoever. Slater's batting average right now is down to 262. He was over 300 about a month ago. So
I know. What's crazy is like we did that. We all were trying to be contrarian, I think, by not saying Austin Slater finishes with the highest batting average on the team, but like. Then he just actually went in the tank.
I'll read you guys some averages, and you see.
Dan, who's got the highest average on the team?
No, he's gonna read through them right now.
Oh,
we're gonna have to guess.
All right, I'm gonna give you just today's lineup, and then I'll look.
So read give the average, and then we guess who it is.
Yeah, 220.
Lamont Wade.
Bell.
No. Yaz.
Yes, you got it. 244.
Longoria.
You got it. Are you looking at stuff?
No, I'm not. I promise.
Wow, 2 for 2. Okay. 227.
Bart.
Crawford.
Nope. That was Belt.
Oh, wow. That's shocking.
Here's one. 221.
Bart.
That's one of them. There's one more.
Crawford?
Yeah.
Crawford,
yeah. Listen to these averages, man. I mean, gosh, that's 1, 2, 3, 4 in the 220s. 268.
Estrada.
Yep.
Yeah.
You got it.
Yeah, Estrada.
Is that the highest batting average on the team?
Today's lineup, it was. I'll look at the stats here in a minute.
I said that I put down that he would finish as the team leader.
What's JD Davis at?
What did I put?
That'll be let's revisit that sheet because that
what's JD Davis hitting?
248. 246. I'm sorry, 246. 262 is Slater.
Yeah.
249.
Oh, wow, that's a good hitter.
Mercedes.
He's down right now. So
he's down. Oh, that's right. They sent him down.
I'm loving my Joey Bart though. I said 10 homers and 200, and he's sitting at 9. And he's at 221.
Who's hitting 249?
249 is
Jock.
Oh,
okay. Yeah, Jock.
Yeah. So that's everybody. Well, no, 200.
Who's hitting 200? Is this an outfielder?
Yeah.
Lamont?
Yep. Rye's nailing them all. And then the last one that was in the lineup for today was at 254.
Who played second base today? Tommy LaStella?
Yeah, LaStella.
Okay.
All right, so now
LaStella's starting to swing it a little bit.
If I
Took
give
him long
you
enough. Flores. What's Flores hitting?
Oh, Flores was hitting 2. That's right. He was in that lineup today. Flores is hitting 258.
Yeah, but
what about Luis Gonzalez? What about Luis Gonzalez?
So he went up. Oh, that's what I'm going to check.
He was hitting like 360 when he was coming up and he was swinging it. He was killing it.
Well, you can have a very low batting average like Bart when you get off to a horrible start, or a high when you don't have as many at bats. That's why I was picking up Bart to hit 200 because I figured it wouldn't take too many hits to raise his average when he was hitting 158. Let's look at the Giants' overall stats. And
Dan, you're going to need a miracle for them to get to 90.
Oh, I know.
What's crazy is that we need a borderline miracle for them just to get to what Larry and I said at 86 and 85.
Yeah, borderline. Yeah. Okay, so batting averages for the other guys. Luis Gonzalez hitting 260. Austin Wins 220. Another one down there at 220.
Larry said that Joey Bart would lead us in home runs
for the second half. Was this the second half? All this was second half, right?
Oh, you're right. It was second half.
So Larry said Bart?
No. I think I meant who was going to ultimately end up at the end. No, it was kind of
because we already had Jock at 17. He was way ahead of everybody.
No, I know. That's why I was like, it was shocking.
I thought this was second half, all these things.
Oh. Yeah, maybe. You know what? Maybe. Whatever way makes us look more right.
Yeah, there we go. There
you go. That's a good one.
What did I put for MVP? Belt. That's not looking good.
I said Estrada, but I mean, he's been injured for... Honestly, it's probably been Joey Bart. Larry said B. Craw. Most improved. I don't know.
Bart.
How's Darren Ruff doing?
It's Bart. Most improved is Bart.
Shot. Yeah. None of our dream trades came true. Willie Mack Award winner is an interesting one.
Let's hear it again. Estrada. Here it is.
You gotta love that guy.
Huh. Look at the title of your spreadsheet. Yeah, first half awards, second half awards.
That's awesome. That was a great call by Kipe. I mean, that was one of the better ones I've heard in a while.
I
Rebel.
That's like another thing.
You miss Papirski?
Not having stars and the offense being dead is we don't get to hear, that excitement. And Giants teams, when they have those kind of things happening, more often than not, the team is doing well. And walk-off calls, especially by Kuiper, probably one of the best things.
That'll get the boys going. Okay, you know what? We should call it. This has been
Let's
getting late.
You want me to run the ads here?
Yeah, I guess we got to do the ads.
All right, guys. I'll catch you later.
Okay. All right, Jay Hutch.
Awesome. Have a good night, guys.
Thanks for saving my lip.
So here we go. We'll run the ads.
Larry Krueger here for Telmetrics. Thanks to Casey Bateman and the good people at Telmetrics. If you're an occupational therapist, if you're an orthopedic surgeon, a chiropractor, a physical therapist of any kind, Telmetrics is designed for you to use in your practice and will greatly benefit your patients. Telmetrics uses computer vision and artificial intelligence and provides a platform for outpatient rehab therapy services, both in the clinical and the telehealth environments. So using Telmetrics can improve your patient's experience and much more. So for all your sports injury needs, or if you're a physical rehabilitation specialist of any kind, make sure you use telmetrics.co, Telmetrix.co. And thanks to Casey Bateman and all the good people at Telmetrics for being a proud sponsor of the Krueg. I'd like to thank our sponsor, Dan Coccimilgio. Dan is a buddy, and he is a phenomenal retirement planning specialist. And you can contact him today at securemoney.com, or at his number 925-628-9966. There's a lot of uncertainty in our world right now, and you want to make sure that your money is secure. That is the key. Danny's got 25 years of experience, born and raised right here in the Bay Area, and he can help you get an immediate 10% premium bonus on your principal retirement account. So give him a call, 925-628-9966. He'll make an appointment with you, and you can sit down. It's not a one-size-fits-all kind of a deal. He'll consult with you and come up with a strategy to get you going to where you want to be. Once again, 925-628-9966, securemoney.com on the web. And thanks to Dan Coccimilgio and all the people at Secure Money for being proud sponsors of the Krueg Show.
We grew up with a Sunday dinner. That means no matter how busy you were, no matter where the hell you were, you came to dinner on a Sunday night. Yeah, Sunday dinner without sausage, it's like a church without God. How can you go to church if you don't believe in God? And along with the sausage also became the discussions. That was discussion night. It wasn't a typical family that you sit there and you're quiet, and you don't talk with a mouthful. Oh no, man. Italians talk when they're eating. Italians even talk when they're sleeping. And definitely we talk with our hands. So if we can't express it through our mouth, through our lips, we express it with our hands. So, and that's what sausage is, really. It's an expression, that life is good.
So New York style sausage was started over 70 years ago. We are the largest producer of fresh Italian sausage on the West Coast.
What makes our sausage in New York style is really the recipe came from back east, from New York, from Connecticut.
If you look at all of our labels, there's maximum 4 or 5 ingredients, which we're really proud of.
There's no preservatives, no MSG, fresh in, fresh out.
The pork comes in fresh, goes out fresh. There's never any freezing throughout the process. We've always used fine quality cuts. We're never going to deter from that. It's one of the reasons why our sausage is so good. I guarantee you put our sausage up against anybody else's from a flavor standpoint, no one will beat it. Hands down.
Hey, do yourself a favor and do me a favor. Go buy a package of the New York style Italian sausage. Guaranteed you will love it. Guaranteed.
All right.
So, what do we got? Any as we close here? Any final thoughts, Rye, for as we close out the weekend?
Giants playing tomorrow?
They are. They've got the D-backs. They got 4 games with Arizona. What I was saying earlier, I think you were in the car at the time. The Brewers, who the Giants are chasing 4.5 behind them, they got 4 against the Dodgers. So I'm kind of like, pulling, hoping the Dodgers all of a sudden don't go into a cold, they won 11 in a row, then they lost today. Hopefully it's not like, the Dodgers lose 4 or 5 in a row and it's the Brewers. I mean, that would, it'll be interesting to see where the Giants sit after Thursday's afternoon's game against the D-backs, because if the Giants can somehow gain 2 games, they're 4.5 behind the Milwaukee. If they could gain 2 games over the next 4, now you're down to 2.5, and you're 6 behind Philadelphia.
Oh, so, I mean, Dan, they're like, okay, maybe it's not realistic to say like, that the Giants are gonna, win, all 4 of these or 3 out of 4. But there is a serious world where the Dodgers could beat the Brewers all 4 times. Like that's the way the Dodgers have been playing. And then if we split in Arizona, like such a loser's mentality, but that is almost just like, that's kind of somewhat likely.
Phillies go in and play Cincinnati for 3. And then they, let's see, I'm looking at their schedule. Thursday, Phillies are off. It looks like, if I saw that right.
The Phillies are scorching hot.
Yeah, they've been hot. They're due to kind of come back to earth. And then they play the Mets again next weekend in Philly. So, Phillies, if they fall back, and the Giants have 3 more with Philly at home in first weekend of September. So, if the Giants are within 3 of Philly when they play them, it could get to be I'm not, it's funny because with the Giants, the way they've been playing and football starting up, I've kind of like, I'm still pulling and watching them but there's a level that it's dropped, my level of intensity, you might want to say is a word I could use. Intensity, excitement. It's all been kind of squashed. And it really got squashed. 2 things. One, coming out of after the All-Star break and going 0-7, and then doing nothing that was exciting at the trade deadline. It was kind of like, dang, So I'm hoping I'm like dead wrong when it comes to my analysis and my kind of early burial of the Giants this year. I would love to be proven wrong. And, I don't want to be like, oh, I told you, I was right. I know exactly what I'm saying. I want to be proven wrong. I want to look like, hey, Dan did, I'd be with just about 90% of everybody else though. But,
Rebel 444, how about Bart's? We didn't really talk about it, but Bart's ankle miraculously being fine is like also huge for like where they could go this season.
Oh, hey, you know what? Bart I love him behind the plate because he's really getting better and better. And I like his mojo, the fact that, remember in May, he was just like walking with his head down every at bat. He'd be striking out like 3 out of 4 bats. And he just looked like, and then just getting away. And I think probably the best thing the Giants did this year was after they sent him back down, they didn't put him at Sacramento for like 10 days. They didn't just like, okay, you're back in the lineup, AAA. No, they got him away from the game, got him into working on his swing. And, had Casale not gone out, we might not have seen Bart.
I know
at this point. So
it's pretty awesome. I mean, it's kind of like women, like the way it's like, if you really are like lusting after some chick, like she's not going to be into you. But it's when you actually are not that into them that all of a sudden whoa, I have a chance. It's like, that's like, we finally gave up on the Giants. And then now they're like, wait, you're not going to believe in us at all?
Yeah. Kind of funny how baseball works. The Dodgers just blow up the Giants the last 8.
Romo's tempering expectations.
Yeah. This is what I was getting at. Pirates had the Dodgers number this year. They beat them 5 out of 6. And they've always had the Giants. Pirates have always been a thorn in the Giants' side. And this year, the Giants won 5 out of 6, or did they play 4 in Pittsburgh earlier this year? I thought it was 3. Let me look.
I think it's just 3.
But they had won I think it was 3, and I think they won the first 2, and they blew the game Sunday for a sweep in Pittsburgh.
Yeah, right before Atlanta, I think.
Yeah, that's right. They won 2-0. That was that Rodon?
I was feeling really good about the team back then.
And then 7-5 and then they blew the Sunday game. They got walked off. Remember some guy, some rookie hit 2 homers in that game?
That was like that game, it was like that game, and then just immediately we got kicked in the balls like 3 more times versus Atlanta.
Yeah, and 2 more were walk-offs. They lost 3 out of their 4 losses were walk-offs. That was the yeah, because they were playing pretty well back then. They had swept LA the weekend prior. Then they won 2 or 3 against Kansas City, went to Pittsburgh, won the first 2, and then lost again Atlanta. Then they won that big 12-10 game.
Like they were probably like, what, 8 games above 500 or something?
Something like that, yeah. Every game against Atlanta was a close game. They lost 2-1, won 12-10, lost 4-3, lost 7-6. And then they came home, and everybody said, this is when they're going to get fat. Because they had Cincinnati,
Marty said they were going to go like 15-4,
and Arizona, they had 11 games and they went 3-8. Yeah, so that was the beginning. That Pittsburgh Sunday game was kind of they blew that game, got walked off, and but funny thing is, they won 5 of 6 this year against the Pirates, while the Dodgers lost 5 of 6. So, baseball's really crazy.
Carla P said Dan went crazy after one of those Atlanta losses. Very entertaining. That's the other thing is like that's why I miss it already. Like when it seemed like it was still in play, but they just needed to shape up. Then it was like there were so many funny shows where we'd just go off.
Oh, I know. I mean, I hope they make it interesting and that September is not just like.
Who do you think's the Willie Mack guy so far? I forgot to answer that. Sexy burrito.
Let me think.
Carlo P says Wilmer. Honestly, like I
bet he gets a vote from Rodon.
Yeah. yeah.
I mean, that would be Tyro. Yeah. I think Tyro could get the
he could get it.
Didn't he have COVID this year?
Maybe Luis. He out? I just don't know, maybe Joey Bart, but also Bart. The only thing is like
too young.
It feels like Bart's too young. Like Bart,
too young. Play. He'll be here too long.
He'll get it eventually.
Crawford's got it once in his career, right?
I like the idea of Webb. Webb's just been solid all year.
Yeah.
Thanks, Ryan. I'm sexy.
Let's see.
Rodon or Webb. Rodon, I would have said, but then like it's going to be tough optics with just that stupid Tyro thing.
Plus, like give it to him. Hey, just stay on the team.
Well, that's the thing. I'd be down to compromise the integrity of the Willie Mack Award to Prob Slater.
No, I don't think
John Brebbia. Papirski, yes.
Papirski.
Luis Gonzalez, like I just don't know. Like
you know who might have a shot? Be kind of cool.
Who?
I don't know if he'll get another shot. You know, being a lifelong Giant fan and then gets his Jock.
Yeah, but I feel like Jock's gonna leave us at the altar.
I know.
I feel like I low-key feel like Jock. I felt like Jock totally could have got it, but then I feel like he's been a little checked out.
I don't know. I think, yeah, there's not, you know, and they say what it's based on. You know, I don't know. I don't exactly know the parameters.
Who got it last year? Lamont Wade, right? Yeah, that just seemed like a great choice too. Like,
yeah,
came out of nowhere, was awesome, was clutch, was fiery.
Yeah.
Duvall, maybe.
I'm looking at this roster and I'm thinking,
I know it's so bad.
I think Webb would be a good pick.
Webb would be a good pick, especially since he like wasn't an all-star this year. It'd be like a nice way to commemorate his season.
Yeah, I mean Yaz has had a couple of. I don't know. It's just I don't know what they base. It's not performance. It's based on. I can't remember what it's
like.
Totally
General, like a good teammate, like some good clutchness, some vibe. Like I know it. The thing is, it's like I know it when I see it, and I don't really know if I see it in anybody this year. Like you like when Lamont Wade was announced, that made perfect sense. Like if a guy like Hunter Pence wins it, that makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
You know, Crawford, some of those years where like he just kind of put the team on his back defensively.
It's based on as
Tyler Rogers.
Graves says it.
Yeah, Mr. Honestly, yeah, Webb. He's homegrown. Like,
yeah, it's most inspirational. I could definitely see Tyro getting it just because
maybe Tyro.
He's a low key guy. Really goes out there, hustles. I mean, he's had some big hits. Today was
Graves says that the most inspirational is Gonzalez.
I don't think they give it. I don't see him. Know. Well, they gave it to Wade last year as a first year guy.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I mean, he did. I mean, he was like the best player on the team for the majority of the time while they were still contending.
Some of those base running mistakes might cost them.
Rogers definitely inspires something.
Yeah. Well, anyway, we should get out of here unless anybody's got. Want to start firing off donations here?
Yeah,
we'll stay on longer, but I'm pretty beat, man.
I'm beat. Yeah, 2 hours and 45 minutes for like a random stream that we just.
Yeah,
I called Dan like 10 minutes before, and I just like rushed. I didn't even know what to title it, but
yeah. But anyway, as tune in tomorrow, guys, on the Krueg channel. 95.7 The Game. Larry will be on with Mark Willard from 9 to noon. And then we'll be back tomorrow night.
After the Giants
game. Giants take on the Arizona Diamondbacks. It should be Alex Cobb. Let's see. I hope it's not we're not going to be seeing Kelly for the Diamondbacks. Let's see. Merrill Kelly. Alex Cobb against Mad Bum tomorrow night. Whoa. Yeah. Mad Bum back in the house.
For the
that
boys.
Should be a fun one. Giants, according to
I'm super down to like have like a drink the Kool-Aid episode like tomorrow. Like just a super positive episode if they end up winning.
Yeah, that would be great.
I mean, well, let's just live in this little dream world for a little bit. Why not?
Tuesday night, that's the toughie. Merrill Kelly against Jacob Junis, who had a rough outing the other day. And then Wednesday, I think it'll be Rodon's turn. Let me see.
If you know what, if Joey
Rodon
Bart hits a home run against Bumgarner tomorrow, off of Bumgarner, the Giants are making the playoffs.
Okay, we're gonna mark that one down.
Yeah,
that would be great. Now, Mad Bum throws a no. You know, it's weird. I wanted to see Tyler Beede pitch well yesterday.
That's not bad. Junis, maybe. I mean, he was injured for maybe too long.
Yeah,
I have loved Junis.
Yeah, but wouldn't that be that would be really cool to see Mad Bum tomorrow night. So the Giants have Rodon and Webb going the last 2 games. So if they can somehow
just win one
of these 2, and then you've got a chance to win 3 of 4.
Oh my God! Could you imagine the Kool-Aid we'd be drinking if they won the first 2 games of the series?
What if they swept this whole homestand and went 7-0?
That's reasonable. I mean, that's honestly this team. Like, that's what they do. They go on these 6-7 game win streaks, and then they have 3 or 4 giant losing streaks.
Yeah.
They just need to even them out. They need to get lucky with some winning streaks.
Hutch just came in. It's funny.
Yeah, oh gosh, I know. Normally with Larry running the ship, it's the second we finished the commercials, it's one quick thought each of us. But we just did another 15 minutes.
We're just kind of rambling, but we still holding the same kind of the people in the chat. It's been pretty steady that people have been in it.
That's true.
So, but but anyway, guys, give us your thoughts. Tune in again tomorrow, 95.7 The Game, 9 a.m. Be right here on the Krueg channel. For those out of the Bay Area that are not there, you can watch it on the Krueg channel. Larry and Mark Willard should be fun. Talking Giants, 49ers. And we'll be back again tomorrow night. And Rye, let's go out with, what do you want to go out with tonight? What
I'm going to go out. Let's go out on this thought. I just had this thought. If the Giants if the Giants do sweep this homestand, we should aggress Larry to get us on 95.7, because that would be hilarious. The 3 of us on actual air together, but also probably a lot of inside jokes that just no one else understands because there's none of the chat here. That'd be pretty funny.
But let's go. What do we want to go out with? Do we need a?
I'll drop the. Do you know what I have? The name I have for the file that we use for this is Fixed Crazy Hitler.
This is great. Larry Krueger.
Yeah, I have it. I have
there
it
he is, number 28. Look at him.
Fired up here. Let's go.
I had it saved as Crazy Hitler because of the that thing.
I want to look at everybody else.
Let's go, Giants!
I'm gonna make it. I'm gonna merge them.
He's gonna drive to the hoop again.
Kicks it out to Wiggins. Drive. Slam! When I say Krueger! Larry! All right, let's hear it one more time. Come on!